say in about 20 minutes, picking from.
Okay.
They're gonna be coming down to you, Mr. Griffin. Someone will be coming down to talk.
Okay.
Told him he was not upset.
John,
Yes, yes.
there should be one of these. Somebody right
Good morning, Ms. Wilson.
Yes. Actually, probably yes, no.
Not yet.
Yes, sir. Please put this photo in the telephone. The face to face of the telephone.
Cause she's not, right, so we good. You're not quite there on Zoom from July 14th. You need to write that down for you.
I can give you a notice.
Oh, she's gonna get it over. July 14th.
Oh, yeah, this thing is just one of those, you probably just asked her.
Okay, I thought it was.
Meeting, meeting, my name all, there you go. Thank you.
Did you, was your color over there? Yeah. Okay, you come on upstairs. Yeah, that's fine.
You weren't in here Wednesday. Or you know,
No,
just yesterday.
yeah, yesterday and today.
Do you remember what officer was in here?
White was here this week.
Oh, on both days?
Yes,
Oh, okay.
only because I came down here Wednesday for something. Breaking down for it. Breaking down Wednesday.
Okay. Well, I was just curious. Now, I noticed on today, they have mahogany Mathis at 8:35.
Who?
Mahogany Mathis.
Yes.
But according to the sheet that the officer left, Mahogany Mathis signed in on 6/29, which was what? Tuesday? Or Wednesday?
Yes.
Wednesday. It was Wednesday.
It was Wednesday.
So she was here Wednesday, but they got her back here again today.
I will look. She's supposed to be dressed out today. Dressed out.
They sent her today?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah, she was, yeah, this was review held on 6/21, scheduled for review 7/1. Remand, return to Judge Holmes, must be dressed out, brought to 36.
So that happened on Wednesday?
On 6/29.
Oh, well, I know the judge had been kind of threatening to send her,
Mm-hmm.
but, okay. Didn't know that.
I didn't translate, so.
Good morning, Mr. Reed.
Good morning, Mr. Fikens. How are you today?
Not too bad. Yourself?
Good, good, good. Is this Good Friday?
I think it is. Good Friday, because
Let's hope so. Good morning, Will.
Holmes Wilson.
Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Ellisad.
How are you today?
Good. Yourself?
Okay, not bad.
Good. If you wish, you can come back at 9:30. We've talked about your case with the prosecutor. You're scheduled for 9:30, I believe.
Okay,
So you can check back in at 9:30. You can also wait around here as well. It might be in a breakout room, however, but which is fine by me if you want to.
no, that'll be great. About 9:25 is okay.
That'd be very good.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Chevelle Matthews, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Hi. Do you have a case number for today?
No, Miss Tassie didn't give me one. She said she won't be on here.
Yeah,
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
her,
Oh, hi, Mr. Griffin.
yeah, her case number is, 21002504.
Okay, thank you.
All right, no
And
problem.
do you have a case number for, is it ACJ?
Who is it?
Is that, last name is J?
I don't know who that is.
Okay,
Oh, that's Alice
And
Johnson. That's
I-
Alice Johnson. That's, she works with the court. That's Alice J.
Alice J?
Yeah, she works with the court. She's not a client.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Yeah.
And then one other question, Officer Griffin, I have a gay green on for 9:45. Do you know, was that a referral from Judge Perkins?
What's the name?
Last name is Green. First
me-
name is Gay.
Okay, let me look at this. No, that's a pretrial. So that's something probably Mr. Reed and I'm gonna handle.
But its a last name is a G and it's already been disposed. It was a delayed sentence.
Oh, it's probably, I don't know if it should be on Judge Holmes' docket or not. I'm not sure about that.
Okay.
Yeah, with
that's
that
what I
last
was
name. I see
wondering.
what you're saying with the
Anybody-
last name. Yep. I'm not sure if it should be on her docket or not.
Okay, I'm gonna call Judge Perkins then. I
Okay.
put Miss Matthews on the docket for the judge, so
Okay.
thank you.
All right, no problem. And you could, if you could still hear me, you could take Raheem Thornton off because he already has another court date
Okay,
for the, he already got another court date for the 12th at 9:45.
and the last name was Thornton?
Yeah, Raheem Thornton. He came in the other day, so he got another court date for July the 12th, 9:45. It's
Oh,
already in the
okay.
computer. Yeah.
Okay. And then Miss Mathis is supposed to be brought over today, right?
I believe so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Thank you. Hey, I have a gay green on my docket, and I think it's still supposed to be you guys for a pretrial. Yeah, I can give you the case number. Well, do you? Oh, okay. Did anybody from drug court meet with her, do you know? Okay, I will check with someone else then. Okay. Yeah, but you scheduled it for a pretrial and it's already been disposed, so. Okay,
Madam Clerk, I just looked at that. Miss Robs, I think Ebony Robs was handling that.
yeah, usually, yeah. Okay, thanks. Bye. I'm sorry, Mr. Griffin, what was it again?
Ebony Robs is assigned to that gay green case.
Okay,
So
So
she's
it
probably
is a
somebody
referral
that's
to
probably
drug court.
coming into sobriety court or something, but it's Miss Robs.
perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, no problem.
Good morning. I'm so glad to see you. Good morning, Ms. Blurs. I had a meeting in Chambers this morning at 7:30.
They told me,
I know.
because the officer said it's on the car here.
Listen, I came in here with my hair still pinned up from the night. I told the officer on the door, I said, do not ask me any questions. I have a 7:15 meeting and I need to be logged in and ready to go.
No.
Oh,
There's some docket.
oh, thank you. All right. Oh, I don't, I left. All right, good morning, everyone. 36th District Court is now in session. I am Judge Shannon A. Holmes, and I'm serving as the presiding judge on this morning. I'm going to ask everybody, turn on your cameras so we can know who you are and where you are, and we can make sure that we get you to the right place. If you are not in the right place, we want to make sure. All right. And so on this morning, I want you all to know that we do have Ms. Liggett, who is in the court, Ms. Liggins, who's in the courtroom. Mr. Yancey, I believe you're going to handle that matter. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that we do have someone in the courtroom today. And then I want to get started by having the attorneys please place your appearance on the record.
Thank you, Judge, and good morning. For the record, Jesse Reed, Drug Court, Vet Court Defense Attorney, P 23863. Judge, if I may, I'd like to make a motion, a continuing motion, that my appearance be for all my clients this morning. Thank you, and good morning again, Judge.
All right, good morning, and your motion is granted. Mr. Fikens?
Thank you and good morning, Your Honor. Robert Fikens, P 31894, Specialty Court Defense Attorney, and I too would make a similar motion.
All right, good morning, Mr. Fikens, and your motion is granted. I need case managers to look at your clients, make sure they are dressed appropriately for court. If they're not, you need to get them a message to get themselves in compliance. All right, Mr. Yancey, you're first on my screen.
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of Specialty Court this morning.
All right, good morning, Mr. Yancey. And then Mr. Griffin, I see you.
Good morning, Your Honor. Brian Griffin, Drug Court Case Manager on behalf of the Probation Department.
All right, thank you. Good morning, Mr. Griffin. She's, one second, tell them to bring her over dressed out with all of her belongings. I'm sorry. All right, very good. Thank you. All right, before we get started, are there any preliminary matters for my consideration?
No, Judge, no.
Yeah. Well, Judge, I think
No,
Ms. Liggins may need to talk to an attorney.
Okay. All right, thank you, Ms.
Yeah, we did take her up to the lab and have her drop already this morning.
All right, very good. And so we'll get the conference room set up, please. And then we'll send Ms. Liggins in, and then Ms. Wilson will send Ms. Liggins and an attorney into the breakout room for Ms. Liggins to talk with an attorney. Good morning to you, Ms. Wilson. Good morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right. And then Alice J., I need you to place your appearance on the record.
Good morning, Your Honor. It's Alice J. here for the Specialty Court.
All right, good morning, Alice J. All right, and so we'll do that. I'm looking to see, I don't think Alice J has any cases on this morning. Ms. Cleveland is not with us this morning. And so Alice J, I think you're gonna be the next go round. Is that okay with you?
Yeah, was Latasha on today?
Latasha, what's the last name?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah, she was the only one
Oh,
I counseled with.
Miss Williams Taylor?
Yes.
Okay. I do not see Miss Williams Taylor on my docket today. Let me see, am I just missing her?
Last one at 8:35.
I have Chevelle Matthews as my last person at 9:30, at 8:35, I'm sorry.
She's not mine. I didn't put her on.
All right, I'm going to start, Mr. Griffin or Mr. Yancey. Are you all ready to do the update for Miss Williams Taylor? Mr. Griffin, Mr. Yancey? I don't think either one of them can hear me. All right. This
We
is what
can
I'll
hear
do,
you.
Miss. I know you can hear me, Mr. Reed. Miss Lurst, I'm gonna have you read the case number into the record. Let's make sure she's on my docket because I don't have her on here.
She is, Your Honor. I took off the wrong one. My apologies. Let me fix it for you.
Okay,
I can read the case number though.
yes, go ahead and read the case number for me.
Case number is Z8080601.
All right, wonderful. Miss Williams Taylor, please state your full name for the record.
Latasha Williams Taylor.
All right, good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
I'm fine.
Very good. 1 second, Miss Williams Taylor. Good morning at the Wayne County Jail.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Miss Mathis is supposed to be dressed out and brought over to 36th District Court on this morning.
Yes, ma'am. She was on our docket this morning. She explained that to me. I tried to call to confirm it, but the phone was going straight to voicemail. So we'll get her down and have her dressed out.
Okay, is there any way that she can bring her belongings with her?
I'm not sure of that. I can check and see.
Okay, if there's a way, can we make that happen? If not, I understand if it's your protocol to do something else, but she is to be brought over this morning.
Yes, ma'am. Will do.
All right, all right. Thank you so much. See you in a few minutes, Miss Mathis.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you. All right, very good. All right, let's go back to Miss Williams Taylor. All right, Miss Williams Taylor, you're doing okay this morning?
Yes.
All right, are you having any issues that you need the court to help you with?
No.
All right, we are getting ready for a holiday, everybody. We have a holiday weekend. It's gonna go into full swing, probably starting today. So on this morning, what I want to know from everyone, I want to know how you're doing. I want to know if you're having any challenges, but I also want to know, what is your emergency response plan? What's your emergency response plan? What does that mean? That means if I am confronted with family, friends, strangers, neighbors, spouses, and they're turning up for the holidays, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're eating edibles, they going to the hookah bar, they're spiking the punch, they're doing everything. What am I going to do? What will be my response? If I am triggered by any of the things that will cause me to think about using the substance that brought me to this court, how am I going to respond? It is so important. Listen, holidays are hard for everybody. Holidays are hard for everybody. But it is important while you are in this program that you have a plan, that you say, this is what I'm going to do. And it doesn't have to be anything elaborate, but I want you to have a plan. All right? So, Miss Williams Taylor, I'm going to start with you. First, I'm going to ask you, what are your plans for the holiday? What are you going to do?
I'm not sure yet. Probably go by the water, take my son to the river walk.
All right. That's wonderful. And so if in fact you encounter some folks or some things or some situations that are triggering for you, how do you plan to respond to it?
Not be around those people, avoid all that. So I just been busy going to work and, going home and stuff like that. I haven't really been hanging out, doing nothing. If I do, I'll take my son to the park or something. We'll walk, go get ice cream and, go to the movie.
All right. Very good. So you're spending more quality time with your son, and that's your emergency plan. I'm not going to go around the people that I know are going to be turning up for the holidays, right?
Right, because all my family do it, so
They all turn up.
Yeah, they turn
up. Listen, your family and my family too, they turn up, but I have too much to lose. I can't turn up with them.
Right.
And so you know what? You got to think about that too. I have too much to lose. Turning up is temporary. You can't stay turned up all your life, okay? Every day. So that turn up is going to be temporary. At some point, you have to turn down. And guess who's going to be on the mic? Me. You don't want to hear my mouth. So have that emergency plan, okay?
Okay.
All right. Are you struggling with anything?
No.
Do you need us to help you with anything?
No.
All right. Very good. Alice J., have you been meeting with Miss Williams Taylor?
Yeah, I met with her a couple times, helped her with a couple things she asked me about. I'm still waiting for her to contact me back, though, to let me know how things went.
All right, I need you to reach back out to Miss Alice J., Miss Williams Taylor.
Okay.
All right, Miss Alice J., are you helping her with the housing situation?
Yes, that's what we was working on.
All right, Ms. Williams Taylor, you have an update on that you can share if you want to. If not, it's okay. But I need you to follow up with Alice J.
But so far I looked at 2 houses and put in an application in one house or whatever. The other ones I'm just waiting on a response for the tours and stuff.
All right. All right. But for now, where you are you safe?
Yes.
All right. And you can still work your program while you're there in that environment, right?
Yes.
All right. Wonderful. All right, Alice J, is there anything you need the court to do to help Ms. Williams Taylor stay on track?
No, ma'am.
All right, very good. Who's gonna give me screening results and next court date for Ms. Williams Taylor?
I can do that, Your Honor. Kenneth Yancey on behalf of specialty court. Ms. Taylor, she's doing pretty good right now. Her screening results, right now they are going down. There was a substance that she had, but it's getting lower and lower and lower. So it's no new use. So in that respect, her screening results are good. She's still in treatment at NACDD with Miss Flores. So far she's doing okay for phase 1.
All right, very good. Ms. Williams Taylor, do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No.
None? All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, or any of our other team members, anything you'd like to add as to Ms. Williams Taylor?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Good report, ma'am. Keep up the good work. Be safe and be safe over the holidays. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
And if I might add, Your Honor, you've shown strength before, show strength over the holiday. You have a good plan in mind and follow through with it. So you'll do well. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. What's next, Mr. Yancey, for Ms. Williams Taylor?
Your Honor, if possible, we want to see Ms. Taylor back on July 12th at 9:45.
All right, very good. Ms. Taylor, did you get that?
Is that Zoom or in person?
That's gonna be on Zoom unless you receive a call saying otherwise, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna have you hang in with me until I finish some more cases, okay?
Okay.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Alice J. You're all set now. Good to see you. Every time I drive downtown, Alice J, I just start laughing. I just start laughing every single time. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, that was fun times, fun times.
Yes, fun times. Be good, Alice J. I'll see you. Okay, bye-bye. All right, let's keep going. Let's go to Mr. Maurice Howard. Mr. Howard, if you could unmute for me, please. I have case number 210-451-5601. Mr. Howard, state your full name for me, please.
Maurice Lamar Howard.
All right, Mr. Howard, how are you doing today?
Just fine, and you?
I am doing well. Listen, it's Friday. It's the holiday coming up. I think I'm doing really well today, Mr. Howard. Do you have big plans for the holiday?
Not really, no. None at all,
No?
actually. No, just working around the house in the backyard.
Okay, that's a good thing. That's a really good thing. All right, what have you been doing to work your program since the last time I've seen you?
What have I been doing?
Yes.
Same thing. I've been working around the house, working working in my garden, building a little shed out back.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Yancey?
No, I was just going to tell Mr. Howard, I think, Mr. Howard, she's talking about regarding your program as far as like treatment and screenings. I think that's what she was
Okay,
referring to. Sorry.
okay.
No, you good. That's where I was going, Mr. Yancey. All right, go, Mr. Howard.
All right, my screenings are, I've hit them all, and as far as my meetings, they're informative.
Okay, what about pop-off? Have you been going to pop-off
Oh,
and
yes.
receiving services?
Pardon me?
Have you been going to pop-off and
Yes.
receiving services through them?
Yes.
And how is that working out?
It's working out fine. I enjoy the group conversations.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. And so, Mr. Howard, I ask everybody to tell me what will be your emergency response plan during the holiday.
Well, my emergency is to not have an emergency, and in the event that I do have an emergency is 180 about face.
All right, turn away from it.
I have to do that basically it's there every day anyway. I live in the city, so it's everywhere you go. So,
Yeah. And so your emergency response is going to be, you said do a 180. So that means turn away from whatever it is that may be triggering to you.
That's correct.
Okay, anything else you're gonna do other than just turn away?
It's just keep it one day at a time, just keep myself going straight forward.
Okay, all right. Very good. And so I want to encourage you, as I'm also going to encourage Ms. Williams Taylor, is that and not going around the folks and turning away from them is great. I just like to add one little thing to that. You all have been given resources, whether it's through your counselors, whether it's through some type of peer support, whether it's through your case manager. I just want to encourage you all to pick up the phone and utilize those resources. You've also been given information about meetings during the holidays. I don't know if I'm sure it's going to be going on somewhere. Mr. Griffin, Mr. Yancey, if you all know, you can update us, but meetings, they're going to be doing meetings everywhere, online, throughout the city. You will be able to find a meeting all day long, all evening long, to help you to get back on track, to redirect, refocus, and continue on the path that you're on right now. So I just want to throw that in for everybody, not just Mr. Howard, but for everybody. Make sure you use the resources. All right. Mr. Howard, do you have any questions or anything for the team this morning?
Not at this time, no.
All right, Mr. Yancey.
Your Honor, Mr. Howard, he's been doing pretty well. He's has good attendance at Pop-Off where he is receiving services. Like we just talked about, his screenings have been negative. He hasn't missed any screenings. We briefly talked about some goals. Obviously, he wants to obtain his license, but he has some goals regarding a business. So we're exploring that, and I believe he's embraced the program, especially as a result of his screenings. I think he's at approximately 2 months with some negative screenings. So we do applaud that. And
yeah,
so he's doing well. So he's doing well right now. We want to encourage him over this holiday. Ignore what you have to, turn around from what you have to, and still have a great holiday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, Mr. Reed, Mr. Vikings, anything you want to add as to Mr. Howard?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Mr. Howard, good report. You're working the program. Keep up the good work. And I like it when you say you walk away. You're going to walk away from triggers. That's great. Have a safe holiday. Be safe, sir. Keep up the good work.
Thank
you, Mr. Howard.
Yes, and Your Honor, if I might add too, Mr. Howard, you are doing a great job. Keep up the good work and have a safe holiday.
Thank you, you too.
All right, very good. Mr. Yancey, what's next for Mr. Howard?
Your Honor, we also want Mr. Howard to come back on July 12th at 9:45.
That's gonna be on a Tuesday.
And then we'll switch that docket.
Yeah,
Ms. Cl-
we put them on Tuesday, Your Honor, because of the mentoring on the 15th. And so they're phase one people. So we know
There you
that we need to have them back during that week. And we got a kind
Got
of
it.
heavy docket on the 14th. So we're trying to separate those.
Thank you all so much for looking out for me. I appreciate it because I keep forgetting about that 15th day. All right, you got that, Mr. Howard? You're gonna come back on July 12th at 9:45 a.m.
Yes.
All right, very good. I'm gonna have you mute and stay on with me just for a moment, okay?
Okay.
All right. Mr. Gritzinger, you are up next. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
How are you this morning?
Pretty good.
You're doing pretty good? All
Oh, yeah.
right, Mr. Gritzinger. Are you at work already?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Let me place your case number on the record. I have case number U620-04221. State your full name for me.
Christopher Gritzinger.
All right, Mr. Gritzinger. How have things been going with you?
They've been going good. Spent a lot of time getting the boat ready so we could get that in the water. So spent Saturday, I spent pretty much the whole day out on Lake St. Clair. That was nice and relaxing.
Okay.
Another good thing, I started a job down at like 94 in Connor, down in Detroit over there. And the way I drive to and from there is like the best way is basically right up Van Dyke.
Okay.
So it's one like basically right through one of the areas that I used to go and get drugs from. But like the first time I drove through there, instead of like, recognizing everything and it like triggering me in a negative way to where I wanted to use or anything, it was almost just like all it did was trigger thoughts about like how all different bad stuff that's happened because of it. And it like almost started making me feel sick to where I don't even want to be around there anymore. So, I mean, all things considered, I think it, better reaction than the opposite,
Yeah, that's a different kind of trigger. Different kind of trigger. It triggered some bad thoughts of, yeah, this is where I used to get my drugs from. But now I'm thinking about all the bad things that happened once I got those drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Wow. All right. And you're doing well. You drive through and go on to work.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing that. I've not heard anyone say that they've been triggered and it triggered some bad emotions or some thoughts that were not good. And so that's just a different way of being triggered. And to some degree, well, to every degree, that's a good trigger, Mr. Gritzinger.
Yeah.
To remind you of what you've come from, right? And the impact that just going back one time, you have no control over what happens, right?
Exactly.
That's right, because you didn't choose any of those bad things, right?
No.
There you go. And you wouldn't have chosen them, right?
Exactly. Nope.
There you go.
I don't think anybody
All
all the negative consequences that come with it, It's just how it is. That's what you got to deal with.
That's how it is. Yeah, it's just how it is. It is. All right. The holiday is coming up. I heard you say you're getting that boat together. What are your plans for the holiday?
Nothing really. I mean, tonight I'm supposed to go out to dinner with a friend, but she's sober. She's a recovered alcoholic, so it's kind of nice hanging out with her because, you know, we're both kind of in the same place. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I don't think I could go up to my cousins for some fireworks and a barbecue, but everybody's going to be drinking a lot. And when I'm sober, I just don't like being around drunk people. Kind of annoys me. So,
Yes, yes. Now you know what you used to look like, right?
right.
Yes.
Sadly, yes. Yeah.
All right. What else?
I don't know. And if I run into a situation, pretty much just the same thing I do every day, you know, I just got to remove myself from the situation. If I need to, I can call one of the many people I have that are there to talk to and help me. I mean, basically just another day for me.
Okay. What's your emergency response plan?
Just to remove myself and, you know, call somebody if I need to. That's what I was
All
just
right.
saying. Yeah.
Okay, so remove yourself and call someone.
Yeah.
And you're going to be around people that are sober. I heard you say that too.
Yeah.
All right, I love it. All right. Do you have any questions for the team this morning, Mr. Gritzinger?
There's a app for making payments, isn't there?
Yes, it's called DivDat. DIVDAD.
Okay.
DAT. I'm sorry. D is in David, V is in Victor, D is in David, T is in Tom.
Okay.
DivDat.
Yeah, and just sometimes with the non-public cases, they have to come down and pay.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
So when the cases are non-public, they want to allow them to pay them online. They have to come in and make a payment.
Okay. So you got to come down and see us, Mr. Gritzinger. I would say you could mail it in, but you know, the mail. So, okay.
Yeah.
All right. So very good. Thank you for asking about payment. Any other questions for the team?
Nope.
All right. Who's going to give me an update, Mr. Griffin or Mr. Gritzinger?
Yes, Your Honor. Had the opportunity to actually talk to his councilman yesterday, Ms. Sarah Gustav. She gave him a good report. She said he's in compliance. He's been involved. So he's in an intensive outpatient program. So she said he wasn't having any problems. Checked his drug screens. Drug screens was negative. So he seems to be in compliance with your order at this time, Your Honor.
All right. Very good. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, anything asked to Mr. Gritzinger?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, sir. Good report. You're working the program. Keep up the good work. We know it's not easy. Be safe out there on that boat. Make sure you have your jackets on. I don't get on too many boats at this stage, but make sure you keep your life jacket on. Enjoy the 4th. Thank you, sir. Be safe.
All right.
Yeah, Mr. Reed and I will be mountain climbing, Mr. Gritzinger, so we can't go on the-
I'm coming. Please make sure I get an invitation.
But have a safe and great 4th holiday, sir. Thank you, Anna.
All right, very good. If nothing else, Mr. Griffin, what's the return to court date for Mr. Gritzinger?
Mr. Gritzinger actually going to be coming back on July the 15th, 2022, and that'd be at 10:30. Ms. Cleveland will get in touch with you to explain more about that day, but it's going to be July the 15th, Your Honor, at 10:30.
All right, did you get that, Mr. Gritzinger? You're gonna zoom in, okay?
All right.
All right, wonderful. I need you to hang in there with me. I have one more case I'm going to do, and then I am going to excuse everyone, okay?
All right.
All right, let's do it. I have for Miss Weaver.
Good morning, Your Honor.
And I don't have your file. All right, good morning, Miss Weaver. How are you?
Amazingly well.
All right, very good. I'm just grabbing a sheet of paper
Sure.
very quickly. Here I am. All right, Ms. Weaver, let me place your case number. I don't see Ms. Weaver.
She wasn't on the docket, Your Honor. Mr. Griffin said that she was supposed to be here.
Oh, Mr. Griffin, you need to shoot me a text about why Ms. Weaver is here and she's not on my docket. Uh-oh, you're muted, Mr. Griffin.
According to Ms. Cleveland, no, she should be on the docket. This is her schedule. This is her scheduled day.
Okay. Let's
It's a
look up Ms.
transfer
Shannon.
case, so I don't know if it's a that had anything, but it should be on there. The schedule for the day. She's in phase 1.
Okay, no, she's not. She's not on here, but let's put you have a case number, Mr. Griffin?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
All right, place her case number on the record for me.
Your Honor, is 218-888-54-SD Shay Weaver.
All right, wonderful. All right, Ms. Weaver, state your full name for me, please.
Shay Rosa Weaver.
All right, thank you. And if you could add Ms. Weaver to my docket, that would be great. All right, very good. So you're doing amazingly well.
Yes, I
Tell
am,
me
Your
what
Honor.
you've been doing and what's going amazingly well.
Life. My life is going amazingly well. After I've like today's 6 months. Matter of fact, today is my 6th month.
To be clean, yeah,
Yes.
come on, let's celebrate. Awesome.
Thank
All
you.
right.
I didn't think I could make it 6 months nonstop drinking. The support system I have is just so great. My kids, recovery coach, my therapist, everybody's been so supportive and holding me up and allowing me to fly on my journey. School, I got my official certificate. I decided that I'm going to have to go on and go ahead and get certified. So I have to continue to study some more to get certified for the official certification billing and coding.
All right.
I don't
Go
want
ahead.
to study, but I have to. I have to prepare my mind for it. So that's one of my next steps that I have to do. So, and I'm into photography, so I pulled my camera out, and I think I'm going to start getting back into that and slowly. So that'll be my relaxation again.
All right, very good. Listen, Miss Weaver, this is
Yes.
a good time. I'm excited for you. You know, that certificate brought my heart joy. And so I want to just encourage you, go study, get your certification. You might as well.
I might as well. Time
You
is going
just might
by.
as well.
I'm not really doing too much. Might as well just go ahead and do it. There's nothing to
Might
lose.
as well. Nothing to lose. You're gonna be here anyway.
Right. I just hate the
Okay,
studying
somebody
part.
is in my courtroom, Miss Weaver, somebody in my courtroom with his halter top on, his man halter top. Miss Wilson, I'm gonna need you to turn Anthony Adams' camera off. Find out where he goes and send him there. Place him on mute for me too. Thank you. All right. I'm sorry. Miss Weaver, I know you don't feel like studying, but you might as well.
I was encouraged by my recovery coach and my therapist that they think I should go for it. So I think I should. I think I will. It's just mentally getting prepared for it, because it's not easy. It's not easy doing medical billing coding is not easy. It's a lot. It's detailed. It's a lot.
Yes, yes. All right, well, just know that we're rooting for you, whatever you decide to do.
Thank
We're
you.
rooting for you, okay?
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. What are your plans for the 4th, for the holiday?
I'm trying to get my grandkids. I bought an Xbox 360. I got rid of the Wii. That was too too slow for them. So I went and got an Xbox 360 to con them over here. So I'm trying to get them over here so they can play the Xbox and, you know, teach me a little bit so I can spend time with them because they're getting a little older and they're like not spending time with me. And I'm like kind of sad about that. So I'm trying to get them over here, and that's about it. I don't have any plans, but if they're not, I'm just gonna relax and just, you know, be at home because I do work. So
Well, I hope they come over and play and
I do
teach you how
too.
to play it.
I do too.
I hope they do. All right, I need to know your emergency response plan.
My emergency response plan, and you were stating, I'll reach out to my sponsor, my new friends in recovery, my recovery coach, my therapist. So everybody's got their avenues open for me to respond to them. So I have, like I said, I have a great support system and I use it. So that's what I do.
All right, sounds good to me. Sounds good to me. All right, Ms. Weaver, is there anything you need us to help you with or to assist you with?
Not at this time. At this time, I appreciate the offer, but not at this time.
All right, who's updating me on Ms. Weaver? Mr. Griffin? Okay, go right ahead.
Yep, per Ms. Cleveland's note, Ms. Weaver is doing fine, Your Honor. She's still in treatment at NACDD with Ms. Flores. Everything seems to be going good. Checked her urine screens. All urine screens have been negative. And Ms. Weaver, it's like you have a great plan. It's like you have a great support system. So that's part of, you know, completing the program is having a positive support system.
Thank you.
All right, anything from any of our other team members?
Yes, Judge, thank you. Congratulations, Ms. Weaver, on the clean time. You should be proud of yourself. It's an accomplishment. We're proud of you. Keep up the good work. Be safe. Have a safe 4th of July. Thank you, Ms. Weaver. Thank you.
And ma'am, it sounds like you thought it out. You had 6 months clean, sober. That's great to hear. And you have a good plan for the future. So keep up the great work. Thank you. Have a safe holiday.
Thank you.
All right, Mr. Griffin, what's next for Ms. Weaver?
Your Honor, Ms. Weaver will be coming back July the 12th, 2022, and that'll be at 9:45 a.m.
All right, did you get that, Ms. Weaver?
Sure did. Thank you.
All right, wonderful. So for all of my folks who I have done your cases on this morning because you've had your cameras on, listen, I want you all to have a great, great holiday. Make sure that you do not miss testing during the holiday. If you miss testing, you're gonna have to come in and see me physically in the courtroom. So what I'm telling people to do, call to see if your color has dropped. Call early in the morning. If your color drops, you need to get up early in the morning and go test. Don't wait until the afternoon because the facility may decide to close early. The facility may decide we want to go and enjoy some barbecue and all of those other things. That may be what they decide to do. And they may close early. And I don't want to hear people telling me I have a picture. They closed early. I went. I'm telling you, call in the morning, go in the morning so that you can get your testing because 36th District Court will not be open on the weekend. We will not be open on Monday. So you must go and test. No diluted screens and no missed screens. And so with that, I want you all to be safe. Enjoy your holiday, and I will see you in a couple of weeks. Take care.
Thank you, Judge.
Mr. Howard, yes, you're welcome. Ms. Weaver, Ms. Williams-Taylor, Mr. Gritzinger, you are excused. All right. Bye-bye. All right. With that, did we get the conference room set up for Ms. Liggins?
Not yet, Your Honor, we will.
All right, let's get that set up. And then Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, there is an 8:30. I think Anthony Adams has joined us. So Ms. Wilson, if you could place an attorney in the breakout room with Anthony Adams as well as the other gentleman that's on, if you could place them in there. And then I'm going to do Miss Chevelle Matthews. I'm going to do your case. Let's do it. All right, I have for Miss Matthews. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Reed, go ahead.
Yes, I understand Miss Liggins is in the courtroom. I'll go into a breakout room with her. Who is her case manager? I would like to go into a breakout room with case manager also.
Is that Miss Cleveland?
Yes,
No.
it's Miss Cleveland. So one of us will be doing her case. If you need one of us to go in with you, I can go in.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you, Mr. Yeah.
All right, Miss Ross, since you're here, because I know that the staff, they have their hands full. Can you get the conference room set up for Miss Liggins to go in?
Absolutely.
All right, thank you. And then what were you here for, Miss Ross?
Your Honor, I want for Miss Gay Green.
Miss who?
Miss Gay Green.
Okay, whose case is that?
9:45, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Y'all don't believe she's gonna show up?
Your Honor, I've tried to call her, contact her, and been unsuccessful. I've left her voicemails. She was initially calling, then when I didn't get in contact with her, I called her back. She never responded, and then I called her this morning. She answered, but she kept hanging up on me.
Now, was she supposed to be intake today?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, got it now. All right, very good. Let's do Miss Matthews. I'm ready on Miss Matthews. I have case number 210-025-04. Miss Matthews, unmute and state your full name, please.
Chevelle Matthews.
All right, good morning, Miss Matthews.
Good morning, Judge.
How are you this morning?
Good, just tired. I've been working a lot.
Why are you tired, Miss Matthews?
Because that's all I do is just work. Because I told you I'm trying to fix up my house, and then I'm about to pick up a second job also.
Okay, Miss Matthews, you're not biting off more than you can chew, right?
Oh, not really.
All right, you're still dedicated to working your program too, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, very good. Other than working, what else have you been doing to work on you?
Nothing. I really still been trying to stay out the way. I told you I end up graduating. So now I'm
yes,
just
you did.
Yes, I'm just getting ready. I've been studying for my state exam and stuff, and really chilling with my son. That's it.
All right, how are your studies going?
It's going pretty good. It's just hard though. I take my test August 26th, so I have enough time to study.
All right, August 26th. Yes, ma'am. Let's do it. Get it done, Miss Matthews. Don't take on that second job till you finish that test, if at all possible.
No, Judge, I'm ready for my house to be done. Like, I can't keep staying at
do
that
it
apartment.
your way. All right, go on, do it your way. Go on, do it your way. Just make sure you take the time to get to study for your test, so we can be one and done. Okay.
Yes.
All right, very good. Very good. What are your plans for the holiday, Miss Matthews?
I'm supposed to be going to my family love, but I don't know.
Oh, you're breaking up. Say that again.
You know, the thing of being around. Can you hear me now?
I can.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, ma'am, I can.
Yes, I'm supposed to be going to the family picnic, but I don't know. Me and my son probably just chill in the house. Depends on how I'm feeling that day.
Okay. Is it good to go to the family picnic, or do they turn up at the family picnic?
Yeah, they do turn up, but I mean, if they turn up, I'ma just be with my son, playing with the kids, you know.
Okay.
Try to avoid everything.
All right, because I know you are an angel. Thank you. You are an angel. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. And so listen, you know, we all have families that turn up, ma'am. Mr. Griffin, I think I'm going to your old neighborhood on Monday. They turn up over there, but guess what? I can't turn. That's where I'm gonna be, Mr. Griffin, in your old neighborhood. You know where I'm talking about? Mr. Griffin?
Which neighborhood? What are you-
The old neighborhood where you know my friends, my dear friend.
Okay, you go. Okay, yeah. They definitely
And they
up over
turn
there.
all the way up over there.
Oh, yes, they
But
do.
I can't turn up with them. They do. They turn up, Mr. Griffin. I'm like, Mr. Griffin didn't grow up over here. He's such a nice guy, so laid back. But yes, they have a good time and they put on a good fireworks show too.
Oh, yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah, at the park. Yeah, they do.
Better than on the river.
Yeah.
So
They do.
that's
They
where
spend a
I'm-
lot of money on that. Yeah.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do. And so listen, Miss Matthews, I need you to not turn up, okay?
Judge.
All right. All right. What is your emergency response plan? Should you run into something that's
Just
triggering?
try to avoid. Can you hear me?
Yes.
You can hear me?
Yes.
I'm gonna avoid everything. I'm probably just gonna be with the kids for real. Like, you know how they be like grown-ups over here, kids over there. I'm gonna be over there with the kids.
Okay. All right. Do what you have to do. Okay. Do whatever you have to do to stay on track. All right. You need us to help you with anything?
No, I'm still getting an estimate on the hot water tank and a furnace. That's about it for right now.
All right. All right. And it's Miss Cleveland. This Miss Cleveland's case, right? Is Miss Cleveland working with you on anything about that?
Yes, she is. She is.
All right. Very good. All right. Very good. Do you have any questions for the team this morning?
No. Okay, Judge. This girl.
Okay. What is?
Okay, so over the weekday, Judge, this girl, she put up to, I was at my sister's house, she put up to my sister's house to fight me. What can I do? This girl she just keep harassing me. She keeps harassing
to the police,
me.
right, Mr. Reed? Mr. Reed? She can
Judge,
make a police report, right?
And now she's talking about so much.
You
I didn't
breaking
hear
up,
that.
but I want to hear this. You breaking up, Miss Matthews?
I can't hear.
Now
Right,
I
I
can
can't
hear
hear
you.
you. Yes, can you hear me? Because I couldn't hear Mr. Reed.
Okay,
I can
Mr. Reed didn't hear you.
I couldn't hear what you said.
Oh yes, this girl, she just keep harassing me. Like she had ride past my sister's house. She had make little stats on Facebook talking about I'm gonna come up to her job to fight her. Cause me and her, like we fought like some months ago, but she ended up getting beat up. So now she just keep coming back, Judge. She just keep coming back.
Yeah, well, you should file a police report. File a police report. Put something in writing so that they'll be on notice.
And try to avoid her before she file a police report against you. So
Okay. Cause it's like I end up letting my job know, like this girl keeps talking about she gonna come up here. She gonna come up here. So my boss like, okay, to give us her name, give us her her number and a picture of her so security can be aware. But the girl, she just keep, when I'm catch her walking in and out of work, catch her on her break, I'm like, oh my God, this girl just would not leave me alone. Like, and it got to the point where she just, oh, I know where she stay at. I know where her second house at. I know where her people's be. Like, it's not that serious. Just take your L. Like, she just keep coming back. And I'm ignoring everything because I'm trying to be the bigger person. But it's like she just keep coming back for me.
Yeah, you need to file a police report. You need to file a police report immediately.
Okay.
Yes. And Mr. Reed, thank you for advising your client. You need to file a police report immediately. Did you hear him say immediately?
Yes.
That means don't wait for something to jump off. Immediately. Mr. Griffin, you made a good point. You want to file one before she files one against you. Make a police report.
I don't got time to go back to jail.
Ma'am,
and it's like she don't got nothing.
Miss Matthews, I don't want you to go. I don't want you to go back to jail either, but I don't want you fighting and carrying on out in these streets. You know that folks are not fighting fair these days. There's no such thing as a fist fight like back in my day. Folks are pulling guns and knives and using cars to run over people and all kind of horrible stuff. Listen, you have a son. You are somebody's mama. Walk away. Avoid the situation. You have nothing to prove to anybody other than your son, to prove that you're going to go to work every day. You're going to keep a roof over his head. You're going to come home alive. You're going to put food on the table, that you're not going to be in jail. And now the system or somebody else will be raising him. You have nothing else to prove in this world other than the things that I just indicated.
That's true.
And you have to prove them to your son, who didn't ask to come here and who is looking to you as his protector, as the person who is guiding him, and as the person that will provide for him. So listen, go file a police report. You turn on the news, all of this stuff. People, you know, I saw it the other day at work. A supervisor and one of his employees got into it. And the supervisor goes, at least according to the news, and he kills the guy, goes to the guy's house and shoot him and kill him because they got into a spat at work. People do not know how to handle conflict. Don't assume because I won one fight that I'm going to win the next one. No, because nobody going to come. Next time I'm going to come with something so I know you don't lose the fight. So before that even happens, go file the police report. Avoid the situation. Avoid her. If you know she's going to be there, swallow your pride, stay your hind parts at home, because you have too much to lose. You have too much to lose.
Definitely do.
Too much. Look at all the good things that are happening in your life. It takes one bad decision and all of it can change.
Yes,
all
Judge, and I swear I was just saying that because it's like I was doing so good until she see everything. Graduation, I done got a house, son good, I'm good, everything going good. It's just this, like, wow, it's always like that. Like the devil will be working, like when everything going so good, it's always something will try to bring you down. One wrong move can mess up so much stuff.
So that's why you can't give up your power of choice, ma'am. You got to choose to do something different. You can't give up your power of choice and let this girl or this situation get the best of you, okay?
That's true. Yes.
All right. All right now. All right. What else you need help with today, Miss Matthews?
Judge, that was it. That was it for real.
That's
I just wanted to let you know what was going on.
All right, listen, it's the holidays. You know, people get hot, hungry, and crazy during holidays. I don't want you out there getting into no stuff with some girl, okay? Whatever it is, she's not worth it, and you are just too valuable for it. Don't do it. Don't do it. I don't even want to know what y'all spatting about, but I'm gonna tell you, if I even think it's a man, I'm putting you in that breakout room because the stuff I want to say, I can't say for the whole world
Judge,
to hear.
I don't.
Okay.
No, it's not over no man.
All right. Now I'm gonna leave it at that, because then it was gonna be a different kind of conversation. Miss Matthews, I was about to say something else. It's gonna be a different kind of conversation. Like, put me in a breakout room. All right. We're here to help you. I want you to hang in there. You're doing so well. So proud of you. I love your drive. I love your enthusiasm. I love the fact that you see yourself winning. Even though there are things that are happening around you, you see yourself winning and you stay focused on that. I want to encourage you to continue to do that, okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Mr. Griffin, what you want to tell me about Miss Matthews, who's gonna go file that PPO immediately, like her attorney told her to?
According to Ms. Cleveland, no, she's in compliance. She's doing her outpatient services at Pop-Off. I did check her UN screens. All UN screens have been negative. So she seems to be doing in compliance with your orders, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Mr. Reed, anything else you want to tell Miss Matthews?
Yes, Judge. Congratulations. Good report. You're working the program. You have a great attitude. But when you're at that family picnic, when people turn up, you turn them down so you can walk away from them. And sometimes people don't like to see success in other people. I don't know what's going on between you and this
Right.
other person, but you're doing such a great job. You have a positive attitude. Sometimes people don't like that. So, but look out for yourself. Be safe. Enjoy the fourth. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Ms. Matthews.
Thank you.
All right, very good. Mr. Griffin, what do you want to tell me about? Hold on one second. What's going on? Hold on. Officer, can you find out what's going on? Because she's being released today. And as a matter of fact, I want her to come out and sit in the audience. All right, I'm sorry about that, Miss Matthews. All right. All right, and so I need a return to court date. I'm sorry, they just totally.
Yeah, Your Honor, Ms. Matthews will be coming back on Tuesday, July the 12th, and that will be at 9:45 a.m.
All right, July
Is that on Zoom?
12th? Yes, ma'am,
A
at
big Zoom.
9:45 a.m.
At 9:45.
on Zoom. All right, very good. All right, Miss Matthews, do your thing. Just sit right there. I'm about to release you. All
Okay,
right,
thank
Miss
you,
Matthews,
Judge.
do your
Thank
thing.
y'all. Have a good
Okay,
one.
all right. You too.
Okay,
Take
thank
care.
you.
Bye-bye. All right. I have Miss Mathis in the courtroom. I have case number 204-857-381, 200-579-1901. Miss Mathis, just from right there, state your full name for the record. All right, you ready to go home? Are you ready to do something different? All right, I need you to do something different. We're going into a holiday. Miss Mathis, don't make me on Tuesday when I come back to work, bring you in again. Come on, I need you to work your program, okay? I need you to work it. It's going to be for your good. If you are having, Lord Jesus, I'm on the record, but just hold right there. Don't go anywhere. No, I need to finish Miss Mathis real quick. Miss Mathis, listen, you can do this. We're going into a holiday. I know it's going to be tough. Have an emergency response plan. We have connected you with a plethora of resources. Use them. Use them. Because understand, whatever you do between now and Tuesday, we coming back here on Tuesday. All right. What's your next court date? Do you already know it? All right, let me just give her a court date. Mr. Griffin, give me a court date. For
Your Honor,
Mahogany Mathis.
Is she part of our drug court or mental health court?
She's oh Lord, I'm thinking Miss Cleveland. I need to give you a Wednesday. Listen, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have you have a face-to-face with your case manager. And it's going to be July 6th, 2022. I'm gonna put you on at 10:35 and they will call and give you instructions, okay? All right, you are free to leave. Thank you. All right, bye, Miss Mathis. You too. All right, could you mute me for 1 second, please? Just 1 second.
Hey, Ms. Wilson.
Yes, Mr. Griffin.
Is it possible you could put Attorney Reed or Fikens in the breakout room with the young lady that's in the court? I don't know what breakout room she was in. But Mr. Yancey talked to her, and but she haven't talked to one of the attorneys yet.
Okay, which attorney wants to go?
I'll go. Is that Miss Liggins, Mr.
Yes, Mr. Reed.
Griffin?
Yeah.
I'll go. Thank you. I have the invitation.
And Ms. Wilson, put me in there also so I can just explain to Mr. Reed what's going on. Thank you.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm all on there saying, I love people and everything. All right, Mr. Fikens, there were a couple of people that went into, I don't know where Mr. Hicks is. I got a text from Miss Cleveland. And it says that all right, she says he hates to be this way. Oh, to let him know that he's using his age as a tool for manipulation. I do have concerns. I believe there's a delay occurring with him. Also take into account he's easily influenced and engaged. Mr. Hicks? All right, I don't know where Mr. Hicks is, but
Per Miss Cleveland notes, he had some type of procedure or something, heart procedure. So I don't know if he's still in a hospital or nothing. I probably could check over at Lake Ridge and see. But the last note that I saw was client call.
I want to send you what she just sent me. But
Okay.
the message came across, she must be somewhere because she was trying to send me a message from Mr. Williams, but it's all convoluted. But if you read it, you can put together.
Yeah, she's in Florida or
I'm
something.
sending
So, yeah, she's.
Yeah, but she must not have good reception because the message is just all over. Like it came in parts. I had to ask her who she was talking about because it never said his name.
Okay.
And then a later message came with his name in it. So, all right. I'm sending those to you. And so you may need to check in with Lake Ridge.
Okay.
To just see what's going on.
Okay.
And then on Liggins, are we ready on Liggins?
She's in
What's going on?
She's in a breakout room with Mr. Reed right now.
Okay, that's fine. And so there were some individuals that were in the courtroom. Anthony Adams, I don't think they're ready on that either. So.
And we do have some face-to-faces if you want the court dates for those, Your Honor.
Oh, yes, sir. Let's do it.
Those are the files for the two people that are here, and that's a corrected docket with Ms. Leader on it for your record.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. I'm gonna switch these dockets out right now. All right, let's go to the 10:30 docket, so we can put our dates in. Let's do that. All right, I have the following. I have for Eugene, no, it should be 10:35, I'm sorry, 1 second. 10:35, for Robert Bishop, I have case number 210-564-8901.
Your Honor, the next court date for Mr. Bishop will be July the 14th, 2022, and that would be 8:35 a.m. via Zoom.
Thank you. For Christian Carlson, 210-453-4201.
Your Honor, Mr. Carlson, court date also will be July the 14th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
And then for Ronnie Griffin, Z8080571.
Actually, Mr. Griffin did come down here today, Your Honor. I had an opportunity to talk to him. He drug tested today also. Drug test was negative. He'll also be coming back on July the 14th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
Wonderful. I have Jose Guerrero, 210-443-1701.
And Your Honor, Mr. Guerrero also will be coming back July the 14th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, wonderful. Good morning, Mr. Rosenthal. All right, very good. I'm well. Thank you. I'm sorry, one more time, Guerrero's date.
July the 14th at 8:35 a.m., Your Honor, via Zoom.
All right, wonderful. All right, Mr. Rosenthal, guess what? We have trials at 11 o'clock today.
Yes, we do, Your Honor. One at 9:30. I know. I'm ready for them, Your Honor. I just been doing some background work in 333.
All right, wonderful. Okay, Mr. Griffin, you're gonna find out about Mr. Hicks. And then we have Ms. Liggins in the breakout room. Let's see, I have Mr. Griffin, did you get a word on Terry Allen as to whether or not he was at Share?
I did talk to Mr. Moore yesterday. He said that that's who the assigned therapist. So he told me to call Ms. Burke to check with her. I tried to get in contact with her yesterday, so I'll give a call back this morning also. But Mr. Moore said that he wasn't under his care anymore. So he told me to check with Ms. Burke. So I left her a voicemail yesterday. So I'll call back again this morning.
All right, wonderful. Thank you.
Do you mind if I have the outside file?
If you have the
Alice file?
Oh, yeah, you can have whatever files you need.
Do you have it with you or?
It's one of the two I gave you, Your Honor.
Oh, Al-Assad is here?
Yes,
Oh,
Your Honor.
because the trial is scheduled at 9:30.
I just want to make sure there's nothing too egregious.
Okay, wonderful.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's one egregious to me.
Yes, Your Honor. Should be good, Your Honor. Hopefully, it's probably gonna be a plea. Officer Kimberly Wright, she's been out, but we're kind of talking with the defendant to work this out, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. So
And we're already at 11.
this one is ready, should be ready though, right?
Yes,
They're gonna talk, okay.
I'm gonna talk with Attorney Fiken to make sure we're good to go.
Okay, great, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Officer, can you mute me?
Yes, ma'am. You're on, man.
All right, good morning, Attorney Daly. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, we are going to get Paula Cole. I did see your email to Ms. Cole. I did not see her response. And so I'm going to get Ms. Cole on and then we'll call your case, okay?
Very good. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. And then Ms. Lurs, even if you get Ms. Cole, if you call, if you could get a verbal confirmation from her, that will do.
Oh, okay.
So that's fine. I won't have you wait.
Okay.
All right, thank you so much. And then Attorney Reed, are you ready on the Anthony Adams matter?
I have not talked to Mr. Adams. I believe Mr. Fikens may have dealt with that. I'm ready on Ms. Liggins.
All right, very good. You have to give me just a second for Ms. Liggett. I need to get the case manager back. I think Mr. Griffin went to check on some things concerning Mr. Hicks for me. Mr. Hicks was scheduled for this morning and he's not here. Officer, you can disengage me at this time. All right, I am ready on Trevor Avery. I have case number C 4842561. Counsel, your appearance. Counsel Daly, your appearance.
Yes, so I was waiting for the prosecutor to put their appearance in. My name is Brian Daly. I'm appearing on behalf of Trevor Everett. We consent to this hearing by Zoom in lieu of in-person hearing. We actually thank the court for allowing us to appear by Zoom My P number is 39945.
Thank you, counsel. And then Mr. Everett, please place your name on the record for me.
Trevor Averett.
All right, thank you so much, sir, and good morning to you. Counsel, thank you. Counsel, my clerk was able to reach out to Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Paula Cole, and she did see a response from Ms. Cole indicating that the people are dismissing this matter, and so I am dismissing it without prejudice and removing it from the jury trial schedule. Thank you so much for coming in, counsel.
Thank you kindly, Your Honor. Have a great day and a great holiday. Be safe.
You all do the same. You do the same. Thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much, Ms. Leverstein. All right, I need just 1 second. This case. Let's go to Anthony Adams. Mr. Adams, are you on screen?
Yes.
All right, wonderful. I have case number U315-42016. Mr. Adams, please state your full name.
Anthony L. Adams Jr.
All right, thank you. Mr. Who went in the breakout room with Mr. Adams?
I did, Your Honor. Robert Fikens on
All
behalf
right.
of Mr. Adams.
All right, Mr. Ficus, how are we proceeding? Today is the Arraignment on the bench warrant.
Judge, after speaking with my client, he does wish to stand mute, waive formal reading, ask the court to enter a not guilty plea. At this point in time, Your Honor, we would seek a bench trial date.
All right, very good. Thank you. I am going to enter that not guilty plea. And then the bench trial will be set for I'm going to have to set it for July 21st, 2022, and that's going to be at 11 o'clock a.m.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Adams. Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Bye-bye. Okay, are we ready on Mr. Al-Assad?
We are, Your Honor. I believe the prosecutor is here.
Mr. Rosenthal, he's on.
Very good, Judge. We are ready to proceed, Judge.
All right, very good. I have the following. Case number SP 991-464, counts 1 and 2, and Z805-8221. Mr. Al-Assad, please state your full name for the record.
Adnan Salah Al-Assad. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning to you, sir. All right, today is the date scheduled for trial as to all 3 of these matters. Mr. Fikens or Mr. Reed, how are we proceeding?
Yes, Judge, thank you. At this point in time, Your Honor, I've been on the phone with the prosecutor both yesterday and today. We've reached an agreement in this case, and my client is willing to accept that agreement. We know full well that the officer is still on sick leave. We know that he has this gentleman, my client, has a possibility of having this case dismissed without prejudice. We are aware of that fact that the prosecutors have indicated to us that the matter will be refiled given the seriousness of the charges. And at this point in time, Your Honor, we wish to proceed with the offer by the people, and that is that in exchange for his plea to a high BAC, the court will reduce that to OWI, operating while intoxicated, and dismissing the other 2 matters. We realize, Judge, that there would be a pre-sentence report generated by the probation department and given to this court for future action, and aware of all those things that there will be some post plea follow-up by this court. We still wish to go ahead with the plea offer at this time. Is that correct, Mr. Al-Assad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, you and I have talked on several occasions, have we not?
Yes, we did.
We've talked about consequences of your actions. We've talked about the various possibilities that could happen, including even getting a dismissal today without prejudice, meaning that the city would file these charges against you again. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And I've been told that they are going to file those charges again if we'd ask for a dismissal today because of the officer's non-presence. Is that correct? We've talked about that?
Yes, sir.
And in light
Yes,
of
sir.
all that you and I've talked about, is it still your decision and your intention to go forward today and tender a plea of guilty to a high BAC?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I just wanted to do that as a preamble because the seriousness of the charges, we've spent some time on this. Mr. Reed and I have talked about this a lot. And we think it's in the best interest of my client for us to go ahead on this day.
All right, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Al-Assad. Please raise your right hand. Do you swear? Go ahead.
Well, he fell off his porch the other day, Judge, so that's why he's railing me
Okay,
down.
I was gonna say, what's going on? All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
Yes, I do.
Thank you. You may place your hand down and I hope that it gets better. All
Thank
right,
you.
Mr. Fikens, please
Thank you.
proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Sir, you understand that with these charges, you have a right to a trial, correct?
Yes,
And today, you wish to give up that right to a trial and enter a guilty plea on one of the matters today. Is that correct?
yes, I do.
You understand that if the court accepts the plea, the recommendation is that the charge be lowered to operating while intoxicated. Do you understand that?
Yes, I do.
Do you understand that such a plea can have a deleterious effect or a bad effect upon your ability to drive a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit and the state of Michigan?
Yes, sir.
And you understand that you will, if the judge accepts your plea, you will be sentenced, you will be sent to the probation department to set up an interview time to for them to interview you about your history and make some recommendations along the line as to whether or not this is probation would be involved and the length of probation and what other programs might be available to you. Do you understand that?
I do understand. Thank you.
And knowing all that you know, sir, is it your intention to go forward today and plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you're willing to waive all your constitutional rights to a trial and enter a guilty plea today. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And you're doing so freely and voluntarily, Art. Is that correct?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Has anyone forced you into doing this? Have I forced you or threatened you in any way, or has anyone else done that?
No, sir, but you gave me some great advice.
We'll see. Sir, on the day and time of this citation, sir, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, sir.
And did you operate that motor vehicle with a high blood alcohol content?
Yes, I did.
And were you operating while you were intoxicated?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to the charge. We would stipulate.
Satisfied. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, Mr. Bucky.
Thank you, Judge. We would stipulate the probable cause. The recommendation is for the dismissal of the other two matters. We'd stipulate the probable cause.
All right, very good. I am going to accept your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to operating while visibly impaired. I'm going to, and I need to make sure that this gets to probation. I'm ordering a pre-sentencing report so that he can come back for sentencing. And so Miss Brimich was down the other day and said she never got the referral from my courtroom. So I don't know how that's happening, but we want to make sure this gets to probation. In all likelihood, it's going to be assigned to Miss Brimich. And so, Mr. Fikes, how far out should I set it for sentencing?
Judge, I don't, as quick as we can get Miss Brimich or anyone from probation to do a sentencing report, I think it's usually been about 30 days.
No, it's about 6 weeks, it sounds like.
Okay.
All right.
You stand corrected.
You need whose phone number?
The defendant's phone number.
Oh, Mr. Fikes, do you have the defendant's phone number? I need the defendant to put his phone number in the chat to Don Lurst. Are you able to chat, Mr. Al-Assad?
Yeah, yes, ma'am, but I don't, can I speak my phone number out loud? I don't know how to do it.
No, we don't want your phone number to be, so what we'll do, Mr. Fikes, is we'll put the two of you in a breakout room and I need you to get his phone number, okay?
Thank you, Judge, yes.
All right, very good. I am going to schedule him for sentencing on August the 18th, 2022. Nope, I'm sorry, I take that back. It'll be August the 16th, 2022, and that will be at 10:00 a.m. And at that time, I will assess fines and costs and sentence him accordingly. With respect to the remaining two matters, I'm granting the motion to dismiss. However, that dismissal is predicated on his returning to court and successfully completing his probation with this court. Okay?
Yes,
all right, any questions for me?
No, Your Honor, I think I wish Mr. Ellis had some success. I'll be going to the breakout room with him. I think he's taking this matter seriously, Your Honor, and I think he's going to follow through with whatever this court orders.
All right, very good, very good. Thank you, Mr. Al-Assad. You are excused. I need you to accept an invitation into a breakout room. Mr. Fikens, go in that breakout room and get his number, and then I need you to give it to Ms. Lurst, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, very good. All right, Mr. Griffin, are you ready on Ms. Liggins?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Ms. Liggins, I'm going to ask you to come to the podium, please. All right, I have the following for Ms. Liggins. I have 220-561-8901. Please state your full name for the record.
Justine Liggins.
All right, Ms. Liggins, why are you on my docket today?
Through poor decision making, and I'll be honest with you, the moment that it happened, the amount of guilt and emotion that took over me was intense to the point that I'm not happy to be here at all by any means. So I do ask for forgiveness and being here once more in front of you, Your Honor. But that I say this to say I'm here because of a decision that I made, which was a bad decision made. And once it was made, or once it was done, I took a step back and I thought about it, and you can't reverse that action, obviously, once it's done. But given the circumstance, there's no circumstance that can excuse the thing that was done, obviously, because I'm on court order for a specific thing, which I take very serious. I don't want you to think that I'm not taking the program serious, and I stand for you, not asking for any type of sympathy, but just for a little bit of empathy and understanding that it was the wrong thing to do. I understand it was the wrong thing to do. I haven't slept since that day, to be quite frank, so to be here in front of you today, I hope when I leave here, it's just a sense of relief for me. I can sleep at night now, but
Ms. Liggins, have you gotten an assessment through your treatment provider yet?
I have not just yet.
Why
I
not?
called the number in which that Ms. Cleveland referred me to. I did not get an answer or a call back. And then at that point, I did try to look around for a therapist because that was my next step in figuring out what to do next as far as.
I thought you had private insurance.
Correct. So she told me to go to Ascension.
Yeah, who told you to go to Ascension?
Ms. Cleveland.
Okay, was that dealing with your insurance?
I'm not sure what you're asking.
Do you have private insurance?
Correct.
Do you have an insurance card?
Correct.
You need to call the number on the back of your insurance card and let them know that you're in this program, what you're in the program for,
Okay.
and that you need to be seen by a therapist.
Okay.
So that
now.
they can send you to get assessed and all those things. And I need you to do that today.
Okay.
And as a matter of fact, you're gonna do it here before you leave today,
Fair
because
enough.
I need you to have that appointment. You've been with me, it's only been a couple of weeks,
Correct.
but you need to get some resources in line
I got
so
you.
that when you have some difficult moments,
Uh-huh.
the first thing that you won't think about is picking up.
For sure. And Your Honor, I'll say this, it wasn't a difficult moment, and there, like I said, there's nothing I can tell you to make it an acceptable action. But as far as how it went, well, as far as the truth goes, the neighbors next to me ended up getting married. It was a hype of the situation. Once it got consumed, it was a moment of guilt that took over immediately, because at that point, I knew there was no reversing the action. And that's literally how it went. And then I went to go out the next day.
Yeah.
So, like I said, there's no acceptable action behind it, but as far as anything else goes, I don't think that I don't have support. Like I said, I apologize to everybody here today. I apologize to my mom as well. But I did pick up a mentor as well as a mentee. So, and I do a lot of volunteer work as well with my nephew in his baseball. So the effort is there. It's just I got caught in that hype of the moment, and I understand the severity behind that action, which led me honestly here today.
And so, Ms. Liggins, first, listen, I want to say thank you for being honest, not having us jump through hoops.
Yeah.
Because when I jump through 2 hoops, you will jump through 22 hoops.
Yeah.
And so, let's use our time doing something that's more helpful to you.
For sure.
I'm not interested in punishing you, but you make my point today that therapy and treatment is so critical. People think that they can just come, oh, I can just stop, I can do it myself. And I understand why best practices requires that you be assessed and receive the appropriate level of therapeutic care, because you can't just do it on your own, because if you could, you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be making decisions that would land you here. And so I need you to get into your treatment.
For sure.
ASAP. I need a date today. So you have your insurance card with you?
Yeah, it's just in my wallet.
All right, you're gonna flip that insurance card over. She can go in the conference room if she needs to. You're gonna call your insurance company, and you need to be brutally honest about what's going on.
For sure.
How you got here, and then let them know that you need to get into some counseling.
I got you.
Okay.
I'll do that. Yeah, I'm not here to play like devil's advocate or anything like that. But I would like to just point out that, my number one choice of substance was marijuana, and that has been like non-existent since I've spoken with you into this program. And if you look at the numbers, you'll see those are declining. For sure.
You still need to let your insurance company know.
For sure, 110%. I'll let them
Yeah,
know.
just let them know and tell them, how you're doing.
I got you.
Okay. All right. Very good. Let me hear from Miss Cole. We already dismissed your case.
Okay.
That was what you
spoke with
wanted,
I
right?
spoke with the attorney about that. I'm sorry, I got stuck in another courtroom, but he and I spoke
Oh,
about
no,
it.
Yes, I knew you were busy, and so Ms. Lurse did find your response. I just wanted to make sure you were good before I dismissed it. They found your response, and so I did dismiss the matter without prejudice, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe.
You too. Be safe. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Mr. Griffin, what else do you want to tell me about Ms. Liggins?
Well, Your Honor, I know she's new to the program. She just came in on the 17th. Went in the breakout room with her briefly. I let Ms. Reed know that she needs to get an outpatient treatment. That's important. It's been 2 weeks, so she needs to really get into the outpatient treatment. Just looking at the notes, the reason why we're here on 6/26, she had a positive ETG in marijuana test. So she did admit to the positive ETG. That she admitted to drinking, so I appreciate that. She's also drug tested today. She's still positive for marijuana. I looked at a previous test. She only came in the program on the 17th, but she had a previous test at JAM on the 15th that was also positive for ETG, but that was before the program. So me and Mr. Yancey talked about this case, and we made some phone calls and things. And our recommendation is that she be placed on a sober link or ankle monitor for alcohol, considering that we're going into a holiday weekend. So if she have any temptations, that there will be consequences. And so we already got the referral process started on that and everything. So that's where we're at with this, by her being so new in the program, Yana, at least for the 30 days.
All right, very good. Let me hear from the attorney as to the recommendation from Mr. Griffin, and then I'll hear back from you, Ms. Liggins. Who went in the breakout room with Ms. Liggins?
I did, Judge. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity. This is my first contact with Ms. Liggins. When she came into the program, she had a retained attorney, so I didn't go over the court's order with her. Mr. Fikens didn't go over the court's order with her, but I did get a chance to talk to her today. She was honest. She accepted responsibility. We talked about some things. She's a graduate of Eastern Michigan University with a degree in criminal justice. And I was impressed. Judge, we talked about inpatient treatment. We talked about the county jail. We talked about the importance of following the court's order. And I think she understands that. I have no objections to that recommendation. I was going to recommend a verbal warning only, but no objections to the alcohol tether. I think she understands the importance of following court's order, and I believe that she will follow the orders in the future. Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Miss Liggett, anything, Liggins, I don't know why I want to keep calling you Liggett. Miss Liggins, is there anything you'd like to add? The recommendation is for a sober link. And I am in agreement with that because we're going into a holiday
I understand.
and holidays are tough. But I want to hear from you before I make my ultimate decision.
I hear you. First, I'd like to say that, once again, I apologize and I appreciate you guys being here with me today, but I'll accept what you guys are offering. I won't say I'm 100% agreement with it because I don't turn to alcohol as a sense of relief for anything. It's not something that I use as a coping mechanism. It's not something I look forward to as a turn up mechanism. It's not something that I desire to partake in. As far as holiday plans go, plans are to be at my home, in which obviously alcohol and drugs are not to be present or allowed. And that was just because my support team, my family, of course, felt that that would be best, just to make it still inclusive and family oriented, but also a safe place for me, essentially. So I hear the recommendation. I think it may be a little extreme because I do not look forward to alcohol drinking.
Yeah, but I'm gonna tell you, the reason I'm gonna do the sober link is because it is a holiday.
I hear you.
It is a holiday and you have a violation.
Okay.
What happens during the holiday when people violate, they usually go to jail.
I got you.
I don't want you to go to jail.
I appreciate that.
So let's do sober link and we'll do it. Let's do it for the 7 days and see where she is, how she does. Okay? You can't miss a blow. You can't tamper with, you can't, you gotta follow the rules.
I hear you.
Are they gonna come here and bring the sober link, Mr. Griffin? Have you already started that process?
Your Honor, we were going to see if she could go to the location and pick it up. Just because of the location of where Joel is, he's not near us right now.
And we
Okay.
we already sent the paperwork over, got everything already set up, and we will pay for those 7 days that you ordered, Your Honor.
So I'll bring
Okay.
the location down to them so they know where they're going. It's not that far away, and then they'll be ready to give her that sober link once she gets there.
Okay, all right, very good, very good. So Mr. Yancey's gonna come down, you'll go pick up the sober link, you're to pick it up this morning or today. First, she's gonna go in there, call her insurance, and let's get her an assessment date together. And then you'll go pick up the sober link. You're gonna be, if you're saying it's not a problem, then you should be in great shape. And then I'm gonna see you back. When am I gonna see Miss Liggins back?
You wanted to do, okay, today, the first. Can we do the 12th, or do you want to see her back next week, Your Honor?
The 12th sounds good. The 12th sounds good.
9:45.
At 9:45, Your Honor.
All right, that's on a Tuesday. So that'll be your next court date.
I understand.
And it'll be by way of Zoom. And so today is the 1st.
Judge, can
And
we
so-
keep the sober link to the 12th for the review, and then we see if there's any violations, and then we'll know how to proceed?
Well, let's do this. And you still have to go test. You still have to call in and go test because we test for other things. I can release her off of it on the 9th of July. Well, the 8th,
Okay.
I'm sorry. That would be the Friday.
Okay.
And she can go bring it back in on the 8th. As long as there have been no missed tests, no misreads, and no violations.
Okay.
Okay? So we'll do July 1st through July 8th. Okay?
I understand. So I come back on July 8th or?
No, you're just gonna go bring your SoberLink device back in
Okay.
On July 8th.
Understandable.
Okay, you're not gonna see me on Zoom again until July 12th.
I got you.
Okay?
9:45.
At 9:45 a.m. All right, anything else for my consideration?
No, ma'am.
Mom, are you good? Okay, we're gonna work with her. We're gonna work with her. And sometimes it's not gonna feel good, but just know that sometimes you gotta take that bitter pill in order to get the good health results that you're looking for. So we're gonna work with her, okay? And thank you for being supportive. All right, so I need you to go in that room, set her up, officer, so she can use the phone and get that assessment day. All right.
And I'll be down in
Very
about
good.
10
Thank you
minutes.
all right, wonderful. Thank you all for taking care of that. All right. I see Mr. Hicks is on. Mr. Griffin, have you been able to have some conversation with Miss Cleveland about Mr. Hicks?
No, Your Honor, I did reach out to Mr. Williams. He made the phone calls over there to check to see where Mr. Hicks' whereabouts were. So he was able to locate him and tell him to get on Zoom. So I really don't know.
Mr. Hicks has some issues.
Yeah, I don't really know too much what's going on. I mean, but from the text messages and talking to Mr. Williams about, different situations, he's supposed to be having a procedure. I don't know if the procedure has taken place or not or whatever. So it's just kind of, but Mr. Hicks seems not to be in compliance at this time, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. Good morning, Mr. Hicks.
Good morning, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Hicks, you're not in compliance with my court orders.
What do you mean?
You got some things going on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait for Miss Cleveland to come back. I'm going to put Mr. Hicks on my docket for Wednesday, but I'm going to have them bring him in. Mr. Griffin, what were you saying?
I don't think Miss Cleveland is going to be back until the 11th, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. What's going on, Your Honor?
Mr. Hicks, I need somebody to get Mr. Williams on for me. Mr. Griffin, do you know how to contact Mr. Williams?
Yes, Judge.
Yes, Mr. Hicks, what you want to say to me?
I've been in the hospital. I had heart surgery. I had some surgery done on my heart.
You just had that surgery?
I got to go back. I've been in there a whole day, and they scheduled me for the conference with the lady. I scheduled that. That's scheduled for Wednesday of next week. Okay. She called me back, and we scheduled an appointment for Wednesday. So that's what you wanted, right?
Yeah, I want you to take care of your health. There was also an assessment you were supposed to have done. Did you get that done?
Yes, that's Wednesday. She called me back. We got an appointment Wednesday.
No, you saying Wednesday is for your heart.
No. I went Tuesday for that. So my assessment is Wednesday, coming up next week.
Okay.
Mr. Williams
on Telegraph.
Okay. Give me a second, Mr. Hicks. Okay. Maybe I'm not fully understanding what's going on. Mr. Williams, are you on with us?
Yes.
All right. Can you turn on your camera so we can capture your image? Are you able to? I know we called you on the spot.
Yeah, right now I'm not in the office. So the way I'm presenting, I just don't think that's, I don't want to look inappropriate.
All right, Mr. Williams. All right. All right. But I know your voice, Mr. Williams, and I know it's you. So place your name on the record.
Jonathan Williams, of Lake Ridge Village.
All right, Mr. Williams, what's going on? Because Miss Cleveland is out until the 11th. And I got a text that came through kind of in broken pieces. I had to kind of put it together. And it sounds like she was saying Mr. Hicks is not in compliance and that there are some concerns that you've raised as well as Ms. Cleveland is raising. The message is not together enough for me to say, okay, this is what the concern is. So can you shed some light on what's going on with Mr. Hicks?
And the main thing that I told with Mr. Hicks, and I told him this, he gives us bits and pieces of what's going on. Now, I understand that he's got a case manager, Miss Allen, that deals with him. And I talked to her on the regular, and she kind of has, she has the same concerns that is bits and pieces. And and Mr. Hicks doesn't really fully keep us in the loop properly. I tell him that all the time, and it seems to keep going on. Now, I don't know if he is fully understanding of the circumstances he's in and fully understanding of the things that he's got to do while he's in the program. But there's no, I'm just not seeing, and I like Mr. Hicks. He's a good guy, don't mean no harm, but I just don't see him progressing in the way that he needs to progress until we have to bring him in a situation like this and put the flame on him. And that's when we get the full information and everything going on. But it should be like that on a consistent basis so we don't have to get to this point. So Ms. Cleveland told me about something going on with a medical appointment that he has or something that's occurring. And my issue with Mr. Hicks is he'll give you a bit of it. He'll say, I got to go check out my heart. I got to go check out my heart. But he won't sit down. And I tell him, grab me while I'm in my office, sit me down and fully explain what's going on. Because when I'm coming into the office, so let's say like in the morning, I'll come into the office and he'll walk past me going out on pass. He'll give me a bit of information and I need you to sit me down in my office and tell me fully what's not going on. Not as we're walking past. That's not proper telling me what's going on. So that's really my main issue with Mr. Hicks, that it's just bits and pieces. And by the time he's still in our program, a level 1, Mr. Hicks should be at least at a level 3 or 4 by this time. He completes on the 13th. And I don't see any type of real progress was going on. We had the positive urinalysis with the methamphetamine. He denied the use, even though I go by my test. The test said that it's a positive mark. That's what I believe is going on. But then he says, no, I didn't use. So I'm not seeing the progress with Mr. Hicks like I would like to see. We asked for the Lincoln Behavioral to get the psych evaluation. I'm getting bits and pieces with that. He hasn't told me what's going on with that piece. And I told him, make sure you call Lincoln Behavioral Health. So I don't know if Mr. Hicks is fully aware of the severity of this program. This is a serious program. Your guys' program as well as Lake Ridge. We're not playing games with Mr. Hicks, but it just seems like, I don't know if he isn't taking it serious, maybe because of some mental health issues. That this is why I want the psychiatric evaluation so we can better equip ourselves to handle Mr. Hicks, or if Mr. Hicks just isn't taking this program seriously. That's where I'm at with him right now. If that is making any sense, I hope I was clear enough for you, Judge.
No, that clears it, because the last time Mr. Hicks was here, I told him he had to schedule his evaluation. Now, Mr. Hicks just said to me that evaluation with Lincoln Behavioral Health is going to take place on next week, Wednesday. Is that correct, Mr. Hicks?
Within that 24 hours, she called me back. We scheduled an appointment for next week.
And the appointment is scheduled for Wednesday of next week?
Yes.
That is July 6th, 2022.
Yeah, I didn't write down. Okay, I didn't write down the exact. It's Wednesday or Thursday. I didn't write the exact date because I'm going to call her back, find out when since it's a week away, I was going to call her back.
But if I could, and I don't mean to disrupt, but Johnny, Mr. Hicks, this is what I'm talking about, though. I should have been well made aware of the scheduled appointment. It shouldn't take to the point where now the fire is under you and everybody's grilling you. This could have all been avoided if you just let me know. Okay?
I thought Kim was my counselor.
Miss Kim is your counselor, and Miss Kim.
That's who I've been talking to. I told Kim I have a scheduled appointment with the heart vascular, and I told her that I have appointment with on Telegram. That's who I've been talking to.
All right, so I'll have to check in with Miss Kim Allen because she's saying kind of
she said she gonna
give bits and pieces.
She said my program is up on the 13th. She said, I'm going to give you a good report. Now, that's what she told me. I talked to her when we find those papers.
All right. Well, I had to have a discussion with her.
I thought that was
from the report.
Is Kim my counselor? Is Kim my counselor?
She's your case manager, correct? Yeah.
Okay. That's who I've been talking to.
But what I'm
I can
saying is,
see-
Mr. Hicks, she's saying the same thing. You get bits and pieces.
No,
Now, I'll
she-
do my due diligence because I'm gonna go off what you're saying right now. And of course, I gotta investigate it, ask questions. So I can't have an answer to that until I give her a call. But the same, I know from my discussions with her, she said you do the same, it's bits and pieces until we gotta put the flame on it.
Well, when I came from the doctor, I told you I just came back from the hospital. My daughter dropped me off here. They said to bring me there and bring me back because I ain't able to drive. Remember you saw me come in? I said I just got out of the hospital when I arrived here.
Yeah, but
All
Mr.
right.
Hicks, I talked to you about that. When I'm
Okay.
coming into the office, you guys tell me, hey, this is going on. My mind isn't even in I'm walking into the office. You got to sit down with me, explain what's happened, telling me things on the fly. That I need my notepad so I can write things down. I tell you guys all the time, don't bombard me with information when I'm walking in because I'm not in that mode yet until I'm in my office. So I get that. And I remember that you said something along those lines, but I've told you guys before this, do not tell me something that's important when I'm walking into my office or walking off at the end of the day or in the beginning of the morning. Because I don't have my notepad, I don't have my counselor hat on. I'm just walking into the office. Okay? So moving forward, let me know. Come to you know where my office is. Sit down with me so I can write down, okay, this is what's happening with me.
There you go. And so, Mr. Hicks, it sounds like there's a communication piece that's broken, and it starts with you. And so today, Mr. Williams, are you in today?
No, I'm out of the office until I'll be back Tuesday.
All right. So, Mr. Williams, on Tuesday, can Mr. Hicks sit down with you to let you know what's going on?
Of course.
All right, Mr. Hicks, that's a part of my order.
Okay.
You're going to sit down with Mr. Williams and fill him in on what's going on with your heart and your evaluation.
Yes.
And if I could, and I don't want to delay anymore or be out of place, but Mr. Hicks, right now, you are the individual that is in the court in this situation in trouble, essentially. It is, yes, there's staff members, there's people, but the only person to make sure that you are on compliance or following the judge's orders or Lakeridge's orders or everything that's involved in this treatment court that you're a part of falls on you. You got to be on top of this stuff because this what happens. Everybody is we don't know what's going on with you because you're bits and pieces. You got to take this serious and let it be known. This is what's going on with me. Okay, so you can get out of this situation. That's what we want for you, but you gotta put your foot first forward. Okay?
Yes.
You're a good guy, you don't mean no harm, but you gotta take this serious, man. It's easy to get in trouble, it's hard to get out of it. And you gotta put the effort to make sure that everybody's aware of what's going on with you.
Did you hear that, Mr. Hicks?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
All right. The last thing I want to talk about, Mr. Williams, there was a recommendation about continued housing for Mr. Hicks with Lake Ridge. Are we good with that?
Yeah, it's the shared living program. It's the extended stay. I don't know what, Ms. Hicks, I don't know what's going on with your housing situation, where you plan on going. But I do think with shared living, we'll be able to give him more time to identify. I know he's mentioned senior living or something to that effect, and we can assist him with obtaining that. I just don't, I'm concerned of him just being out and I'm going off this positive urinalysis I had, and you should be way at a higher level at this point, Mr. Hicks, and you haven't made no progress. So that's just, I don't know how you feel about it. I'm not trying to be a bad guy, not trying to hold you and say, let's keep him at Lakers, but I'm just concerned that I want to make sure that he gets to a proper location for himself so we can have proper housing and stability.
All right. Did you hear that, Mr. Hicks?
Oh, yes, I did.
Okay, so we're going to work on making sure that when you finish the programming at Lake Ridge, that you're in an environment where you can continue to stay sober and work your program, okay?
Yeah.
All right, very good. Mr. Williams, thank you for jumping on. Before you leave, for the attorneys, do you have any questions? I'm gonna just bring Mr. Hicks back on the 11th when Ms. Cleveland is here. The 11th is a Monday. That's what I'd like to do.
Yes, Judge.
Yes,
Nothing
Judge.
from the attorneys. Mr.
No,
Griffin,
no,
is there
Judge.
anything else?
No, Judge.
All right, very good. Then Mr. Hicks, you're gonna zoom back in on July 11th, 2022, and that's going to be at 8:35 a.m., okay?
Okay.
All right, Mr. Hicks,
Yeah.
I need you to be safe during the holiday, okay?
Oh, yes, I will. Yeah.
I'm about to say something and I know it's gonna sound real raw, but I'm gonna say it anyways. Mr. Hicks, I need you to keep your money in your pocket and not use your money to entertain other folks in ways that you shouldn't be entertaining, okay? I'm gonna leave it like that.
Oh, okay.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
That's a surprise. I don't know what to say.
Yeah, you might be surprised. The judge know a little bit more than what y'all give her credit for, but you know what I'm talking about. Listen,
Okay.
I need you to be safe, okay?
Oh, okay, you as well. I say. Okay.
Well, now, okay, Mr. Hicks. All right, I'll see you on July 11th.
Okay then.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Williams. Thank you,
course.
Mr. Hicks.
Mhm.
All right,
Yep.
take care.
Mhm,
All
You
right.
too.
All right. All right, and I didn't put Mr. Hicks's numbers on the record. Case numbers, they are U452-62918, U471-94118, 155-360-301, 155-362-781, 155-363-64, counts 1, 2, and 3, and his return to court date is July 11th, 2022, and that's going to be at 8:35 a.m. All right, very good. Thank you all for taking care of that particular matter. All right, I have a 9:45 a.m. matter that I need to call, and that is going to be for Gay Green, case number U6013541. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens, Gay Green was scheduled to be an intake on today. The individual knew that they had to show up in court. In fact, Miss Robs came down and she informed the court that she's been calling and calling without any response. And then on this morning, she called and the individual answered the telephone and continued to hang up on Miss Robs. And so she has not appeared here at 36th District Court, which is what was supposed to happen. The charge is a narcotic drug violation. I'm satisfied. I've given it ample time for Ms. Green to appear, and therefore I'm issuing a warrant with a remand to Judge Holmes. Please make sure, Ms. Lurse, that I've already signed that warrant. It was brought down, but that check with Ms. Knight or yeah, that the DDC does not release that person if they pick them up. And so that is what I'm doing. Any objection? Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikens?
No, Judge. No objections.
All right, thank you. Let Miss Liggins has returned to the courtroom. Ms. Liggins, did you get some information?
Yes, I was listening with Ms. Brenda, and she's making the funds for the A network referral.
I'm sorry, you got to come to that microphone. I can't hear you. All right, what happened?
I apologize. I was able to speak with Ms. Brenda. She was able to give me requested in-network referral, and she told me to let you know that she'll send me an email within 30 minutes. And then go ahead and give one of the numbers a call via the email that she's gonna send over, and then I'll be all set. So in the next 30 minutes, I'll be able to secure the therapist for the in-network referral.
I'm probably gonna keep you with me until you get that email.
All right.
Because we didn't get this done.
I got you. I asked her, was there something that I can give you? Let you know, she just told me to let you know that she's gonna send an email over in 30 minutes.
Can I count on you to get this scheduled?
Yes,
If you
ma'am.
come back to me and you haven't gotten it scheduled, I'm not gonna be happy.
You'll be happy. And you won't have to worry
Okay.
about that.
And I need you to get in, you don't get to tell them what kind of treatment you want. You get an assessment and then they're gonna tell you. And then it's
Right.
going to become a part of my order, okay?
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. And you must call on today.
Call what today?
The in-network,
for sure.
so you can get your date set up for
100%.
assessment. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'm not gonna keep you. Mr. Yance is gonna give you the information because you've got to go pick up your sober link. I just remembered about that, Mr. Yancey.
Yeah, I did give them the information, that's all set for them, so they'll be expecting her, and I think we're all set with that.
All right, very good. So I need you to leave here and go get that sober link, okay? All right, thank you. Thank you, Mom. All right, that's okay. We're gonna help you get through it. All right. Mr. Reed, Mr. Fikes, I'm gonna call my 10:30s. If you all could go in breakout rooms as people are going to be showing up or should be for their 11 o'clock trial time for Stephen Boomer. I don't know why he's on for 1 o'clock PM. Who has Mr. Boomer's case? He was just with me last week.
He's a veteran judge. Wasn't he the gentleman we were talking about for the video? Mr. Boomer, Miss Rob.
Yeah, so Mr. Griffin, if you could touch base with Ms. Robs and just let her know, I need an update from Mr. Boomer. He's on my docket for 1 o'clock. I'm not certain why, because he would not have been, I wouldn't have put him on for 1 o'clock today.
Yes, Judge. He's the gentleman of Battle Creek. I think we were talking about Battle Creek for Mr. Boomer.
Yes. All right. And then there's someone that's on an iPhone. Have you all talked to that individual, the attorneys?
No, Judge, I could go into a breakout room with that person.
All right, Ms. Wilson, if you could send them to the breakout room and if possible, put his name in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. Griffin, were you about to say something?
No, Your Honor.
Oh, okay.
Trying to
thought you
check on
were
Mr.
saying something.
Boomer for you. Okay.
Okay, yeah, Ms. Robs is on. She says she's gonna give an update. So I'm just trying to see if she can do it before 1 o'clock. And then I need, good morning, sir, city officer. All right, Ms. Lurst, are we ready to call the 10:30 matters?
Yes, Your Honor.
And then we're gonna go to our trials for 11 o'clock. Let's do it. I have at 10:30 a.m. for Eugene Adams, case number SP 123983881 and SP 124069112. Did he pay his civil infractions?
Yes, he did, Your Honor.
All right, then I am dismissing both of those matters without prejudice. For Mosley Al Somari, I have SP 1248141. Did he pay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. I'm closing that particular case, and then I am dismissing count 2 of that charge. I have for Mohammed Amsha, SP, wait, let me make sure. Yeah, SP 1230326, counts 2 and 3. Did he pay his civil infractions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then counts 2 and 3 will both be dismissed without prejudice. I have Anthony Robert Austin. And Mr. Austin, I don't know why he has some arraignments on the bench for him. I think I adjourned everything in order for him to pay. Did he pay?
He did not.
He didn't pay his civil infractions, or which ones was he supposed to pay?
He was.
It's okay.
He was to pay one civil infraction, and he had 2 misdemeanors that were being adjourned for dismissal. But he also had 6 tickets from May 27th. It was scheduled for trial today. And those were to be dismissed for no officer recollection.
Okay, I'm sorry. Give me, what notes are you looking at? Let me, yeah, let me look at them. I need to write them on my. Mr. Fikens, Mr. Reed, Mr. Anthony Roberts, Anthony Robert Austin did not do what he was supposed to do.
Yes, Judge, we
Now
have
he
no
got-
information.
Now, Mr. Reed, he got a good deal. Y'all know that's just don't really. I didn't
Honor,
write
excuse
these.
me.
Yes.
He's in the breakout room.
Oh, okay. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, very good, very good. And so I don't see, where were you getting that information? Because I don't see write-ups for him. Tickets dismissed for officer, no recollection from 5/27 trial. So let me see if these by process of elimination.
There's more on the second page too for him. The one that's set for trial.
Two. That's 1, 2, and 3. I see counts 1. I don't see count 2. I don't see count 2 on here. On the sheet. And then, which is 3, 6, 4, 8. 1, 2, and 3. I think these were scheduled for trial before, and the officer didn't show up, right?
Officer Guardiola.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said he doesn't remember.
Correct. He was here on the 27th.
All right.
And those, he said that he was dismissing for no officer recollection.
Right.
But the others we set for trial and were adjourned to pays as well. There was.
But I don't see any of these written up as adjourned to pay. I would not, I had to have a sticky or something on here.
Look at, you see if the writing is on the two.
Yes.
Mr. Guerrero is in here. He's in
Guerrero.
the courtroom. He's here for 10:35, but we already gave him a court date.
Yes.
So if
He's free to leave. Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Guerrero. You're gonna get your court date. You're doing all right today?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, wonderful. Have a safe holiday. Make sure you call early in the mornings for testing. And if your color is called, go and drop just in case they decide to close early, okay?
Thank you.
All right, very good. Ms. Robbs, you ready on Mr. Boomer?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Lurs, continue to get those together for me.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's in a breakout room. Mr. Fikens, you're in the breakout room with Mr. Austin.
Yes, Your Honor, I am.
Okay.
And Mr. Antoine.
And Mr. Antoine, okay, very good. Mr. Austin had some payments he needed to make. And Miss Lurs is saying he did not make any payments.
Okay, well, I'll tell him about that. I figured that, Judge. I will go back and talk to him.
Okay, why don't you go back and talk to him, Miss Lurs? I need to know. I have the 4 that was supposed to be dismissed because that's on the trial schedule because the officer has no recollection. But I also had some at 10:30, and that's the ones that I want to address.
Yes.
What's happening with those? All right, very good. I'm going to now call the 10, no, I'm sorry, the 1 o'clock. for Mr. Stephen Paul Boomer, 220-566-1001. Ms. Ross, what's going on with Mr. Boomer?
Your Honor, I was able to consult with Mr. Boucher with regards to Mr. Boomer. Mr. Boomer is still scheduled, Your Honor, to enroll into treatment in Battle Creek on July 25th. He is still testing at the VA. The challenge is that he's not going to be able to test through he can't test through the court, but he can test through the VA.
Why can't he test through the court? What do you mean?
According to Mr. Boucher, they don't do testing, they only test for treatment and not court.
So he would have to go to a third party provider.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Outside of that, he remains compliant. He still tested negative for the screens. Mr. Boucher did indicate that there's a possibility that they can have him come into the VA treatment sooner than the 25th.
Say that one more time, Ms. Ross.
It's a possibility that they could have Mr. Boomer come in to treatment before the 25th of July. So he wanted to try to kind of keep that option open. He did indicate that he was doing well at this time. But if the courts would make the recommendation for him to go to Lake Ridge, then he would concur with that. So at this point, Your Honor, it's just really a matter of what the court wants with regard to Mr. Boomer. Because he will be, there is a possibility if he gets called into treatment, is to transfer back from Detroit back to Battle Creek.
Okay, but he's testing, I guess I want to get clarification. He's testing not just at the VA, but he's testing with the third party provider and they're releasing those results to you, right?
Your Honor, I have to set him up. Me and Mr. Boucher are going to set him up with the third party provider. This information was just recently given, so nothing has been changed since, but they did indicate that they won't test consistently that way.
All right, and so if you can get him set up with a third party provider, I need him to test 3 times random per week. We can pay for it.
Yes, Your Honor.
We can pay for it, so it'll be 3 times random on us. And then we'll need to get those results. I need that to happen immediately.
Yes, Your Honor.
And stress to them, we really need those results as soon as possible. And they make sure that they are aware of his drugs of choice so that they are testing for those drugs of choice. And then when we get that in place, are you good with him staying in Battle where he can get to treatment if they call him earlier? Or is it your recommendation that he comes to Lake Ridge?
Your Honor, at this time, due to, the report I got from Mr. Boucher, I will concur with him staying where he is until he gets in treatment, as long as we do continue to monitor his drug screens. And as long as that information is reported to us, because right now, Mr. Boucher indicates that he is compliant with the requirements at within the VA. So we could, allow him to stay, and then once they open up with the possibility of an early enrollment, then, we could move forward with that plan.
Okay, then I don't have a problem, but I need him to test immediately the 3 times per week.
Yes.
So we can make sure he's on track. All right, very good. What would be his return to court date?
Your Honor, he will be returning this upcoming Tuesday of July 5th, 2022 at 8:35 a.m.
All right, very good. Thank you so much, Ms. Robbs.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I appreciate it. Ms. Lurch, you have that date and that time?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much, Ms. Robbs. All right. Are we ready on, I'm sorry, Ms. Lurch, were you able to get answers for the 10:35
So
or 10:30?
he was here on June 24th. And the clerk scheduled it for the adjournment for today. So I can't find the ticket that she had on the 24th.
So that's where I wrote my notes, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did print up the ROAs with what she had.
Does it say anything?
It just said that Adjourned for dismissal, defendant has other outstanding matters. And that's what she put on counts 1, 2, and 3 for the 7-7, ending in 7-7.
And then what about for the 881?
Get to that one, because I figured, and that one, she just has adjourned. And that one
Was he supposed to pay something?
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's nothing on there. It was just adjourned. I think it was probably adjourned for the trial. I'm assuming.
Mr. Ficus, can you help me out?
Well, dimly, but I think this matter was adjourned over for the trial date for these next group of trials that he had. I don't think he took a plea on anything. Maybe Mr. Reed can help. He's about getting ready to talk. So, Mr. Reed, you're going to add something?
For Mr. Austin, I thought that he had taken a plea on something. I know there was some to be dismissed, officer, no recollection, but I'm not sure.
Okay, well.
All right, Ms. Lurs, can I get the ROAs? You already have it for counts 1, 2, and 3. Can I get those? And then can I get the ROAs for the rest of the 1030 docket?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at the ROAs, because I write up my stuff, so I don't know why I can't find the ticket that I wrote on. It should be in this file.
There were 3 folders that I had, and those.
None of the write-ups are in there?
No.
And why does he have 3 folders? I thought the whole purpose of this whole folder jacket system was to keep everything together.
All of the ones that I had scheduled for the trial put together, but I didn't have the other ones.
Okay. I just have to see what's going on. And then we should be ready to go with our 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Yes, Judge. I have to go back in the breakout room and speak to Mr. Antwine, but I think we're ready to go on.
So, Mr. Fikens, was there one Miss Adams? I saw Miss Adams on the screen. She may have gone in the breakout. I don't think there's a police officer on her case.
I've not seen Miss Adams. I don't know.
Miss Adams was in the courtroom. I thought she went into a breakout room.
Peel Hill.
Maybe.
Is Adams is present?
I saw Miss Adams. I thought she went into a breakout room.
Thank you, Attorney Reed. Is there any way I can be placed in a breakout room with the officers, please?
I think there's one officer, and that officer is for Defendant Antwine.
An Officer Hale here as well.
Cabot.
Thank you.
I can look it up. If you want to give me a minute. These are all the hourlies for the tickets that are in there.
So 10:30?
For Mr.
Yes, but this is 10:30.
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful.
Well, that's all of them. 10:30 and 11. Do you want me to separate them?
Yeah, where's the 771?
Attorney Rose,
Yes.
I saw Hale
Yes,
was
Attorney
in.
Reed. Oh, you already got it. Yes, Attorney Reed. I'm just sorry. What was that, sir? Are you there, Attorney Reed? Uh-oh.
Officer Hale is on the unlicensed.
Yes, for the unlicensed driver, I was going to dismiss that count, and then it would just be a no insurance to improper plates.
She's in with Mr. Fikens now, so we'll.
And other than that, I think that's really all we have at the moment.
Yes, I believe all three defendants are in with Mr. Fikens.
Thank you, sir.
I think I have everything accounted for, even though whoever was serving as clerk the last time that the defendant was here, that is Mr. Austin, did not put entries in for 2 of the adjournments that I have. So I have no idea, and I did not assess any money on those. He's got a few arraignments on the bench warrant on today. Hopefully that's worked out in the deal for the trials that are scheduled on today. Oh, I need one more for the other trial. I need the matter ending in 0991. It's the second to the last trial. I don't have that one. Mr. Rosenthal, are you all ready to proceed? Is anybody ready to proceed?
I believe, I've spoke with the officers. We're just waiting on, Attorney Fikens to speak with one defendant, Your Honor. We should be
Okay,
good on
okay,
one
let
case.
me-
We're just waiting on the other.
All right. You didn't have an entry. I have no idea what I said on these. Here you go, these two. Okay. All right,
Hey, Attorney Fikens.
Mr. Rosenthal.
all right.
There is
So,
one-
Mr. Fikens, I was able to figure out everything on Mr. Austin, except for 2 matters where it said just adjourned in the, and the clerk didn't put any details in the ROA. And I did not assess any money. I do know that he has 4 or 5 arraignments on bench warrant today. Hopefully those are being worked out as well, and then he should be accounted for.
Yeah, Mr. Rosenthal
Didn't
and
put
I.
anything.
Not-
What date was that?
That's 6/24.
June 24th. Let me look at my file. I'm glad I started keeping my stuff because. Yeah, I have the 24th.
Okay.
I should be able to find the 24th and look at my own notes. I'm so glad I kept all of my ROAs, not ROAs, my dockets. I should have it. Here's the 24th where he was on there. Okay, so I have one note on here. He had a number of things up, and I said to dismiss without prejudice because the officer did not appear. You remember that, Mr. Fiken?
I do remember that, Judge. Yes.
And let me just see if these, did you give me back the 2? Yeah, you gave them back to me. Let me see if they are on here. 0881, and yes, they are on here. That was for the previous trials. Remember, Mr. Fikens?
Yes.
Right, very good.
Bless you.
And then, yeah, so for the outstanding matters, we did arraignments on the bench warrant for those. And then I set some matters for trial today.
Correct.
So today I need to handle the arraignment. I'm going to start off with the arraignments on the bench warrant. And then there are 2 matters for trial because the officer said that, I got a hand note, he didn't have any recollection on the remaining matters. Is that your understanding, Mr. Fikens?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, are you ready to proceed as to Mr. Anthony Austin?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, very good. Can you bring your client back into the courtroom?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Fikens, I am going to start with the arraignments on the bench warrant, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I have the following: SP 100757761, case number SP 1038939, counts 1, 2, and 3. Mr. Austin, please state your full name for the record.
Anthony Robert Justin Austin.
All right, thank you, sir, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding as to the arraignment on the bench warrant?
Judges, to the arraignment on the bench warrant, we waive formal reading, stand mute, ask the court to set a bench trial on those matters.
Okay, so you want a bench trial on these?
Yes, Judge. I think that's in accordance with our thoughts.
All right, very good, and I will do that. And so I am I'm entering a not guilty plea for your client. And I am going to do the bench trial date. Let's go out to, today is the 1st, 1, 2, 3. We'll go out to, I need to go out to, I'll do July 21st, 2022 at 11 o'clock a.m. as to all matters, those 4 matters. Okay, Mr. Fikens?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, give me 1 second to write these up, and I need this stuff to stay in my file. Please establish that your client understands his right to a jury trial.
Sir, you understand that in these matters, you have a right to a jury trial or a bench trial, correct?
Yes.
And what you want to do is and also there was my recommendation that you waive your jury trial rights and have this matter heard, if it's going to be heard at all, by the court. You understand that?
Yes.
Are you making the decision to have a bench trial freely and voluntarily?
Yes.
Has anyone forced you into making this decision?
No.
Your Honor, I'm satisfied as to his jury waiver.
I'm satisfied as well. I've scheduled the bench trial for July 21st at 11 o'clock a.m.
Judge, we do want to thank you. Mr. Austin has been down a long road. He's not been practicing good driving in the past. He's trying to turn things around. He suffered a assaultive incident, Judge, that he's recovering from. I think he's really trying to turn things around in his life, and we appreciate this court's help in doing this.
Absolutely. And I got that from Mr. Austin the last time he was here. And so as long as Mr. Austin tries to help himself, we're gonna help him. He's in great company with attorneys and prosecutors that will work with him. And so, Mr. Austin, keep showing up, keep doing what you're doing, okay?
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna put those together. And give me a second, Mr. All right, now, I have some matters that are scheduled for trial on today. Mr. Fikens, I'd like to move to those matters at this time.
Yes, Shannon.
Okay, all right, I have the following. Give me 1 second. I need to pull some out of this stack. All right, I have them all. Okay, I have the following matters scheduled for trial and formal hearing on today at 11 o'clock a.m. I have the following for Mr. Austin: SB 123-648-1, counts 1, 2, and 3. Case number SB 123-6482, counts 1 and 3. And case number SB 129-809-91 and SB 64822. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding today?
Judge, these are the matters to date today's date and time is the time for trial. I understand that the officers have not signed in or do not have recollection of these matters, and therefore we would move to dismiss without prejudice.
All right, Mr. Fikens, since your client has shown a commitment to getting himself together, if no objection from the people, I am going to issue those dismissals on today, Mr. Fikens.
Thank you very much.
Your
Your Honor.
client needs to continue to show up though, because he's not out of the woods yet, okay?
We understand that, Judge, and we talked about that. I truly believe, and we thank this court for the court's help in getting him on the right track. He appreciates it. I know he does, because we talked about it for a little bit, Judge. So thank you very much. I hope he continues to take this seriously and takes care of his other matters, and we're in good shape. Thank you, Judge.
All right, Mr. Rosenthal, did you have any objection? Your officers have not appeared.
Do not have any objection, Your Honor. The only thing I asked that it's issued without prejudice at this time.
All right, and I'm granting your request. These will all be dismissed without prejudice. Mr. Fikens, I am now going to go back to the 1030 docket, because the matters that are on the 1030 docket were scheduled for trial. Officer didn't appear, and since Mr. Austin has shown that he's trying to get himself together, I'm going to grant those dismissals on today because he came back. Okay, Mr. Fikens?
Thank you so much, Your Honor.
All right, so wonderful. So I am going to dismiss the following matters. Give me a second. I have the following matters that I'm dismissing on today. SP 121-1177, counts 1, 2, and 3, and case number SP 129-80881, and SP 129-81861. All of those matters are being dismissed without prejudice. All right, Mr. Austin, you are in good shape. The officers didn't show up last time for trial. Mr. Austin, but I need you to continue to come back. You still have some more things you need to clear up. And as you can see, as long as you're trying to help yourself, we are going to work with you, okay?
Okay.
You can see that, right, Mr. Austin?
Yes.
All right, you taking good care of yourself?
Yes. I don't know. You know that I shaved my beard off. I try to get my hair did the next time I come.
Let me see that face. Let me see if you shaved that beard. You did, because you know last time you were scaring me. You had all that hair all over your face. I almost didn't recognize you today. I remember the name and I remember the fact that you had a whole bunch of charges, but you getting there. All right, so next time you come back to see me, you're gonna have that hair together.
Yes.
I'm gonna hold you to it, or I'm not gonna take care of your cases now.
Okay.
All right. All right, so look, you're getting closer and closer. You still have 4 matters that you need to come back and take care of, okay?
Okay.
All right, and I need you to make sure you do that for me, okay, Mr. Austin?
I will.
You look like you're trying to get your life together, and I want you to,
Thank you.
okay?
I
All
sincerely
right, and
believe.
no, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I just sincerely believe he is, Judge. And Mr. Austin, we talked about 2 other matters. I'll look into that, those 2 old ones. I'll check into that. So I might have an answer for you, may not, but I appreciate, sir, you trying to work out of this problem that you put yourself in. And you have we're happy to help when someone shows that kind of interest in it. Thank you, Your Honor, for all your help in this matter.
No, Mr. Fikens, thank you for your patience. Mr. Rosenthal, thank you all for working with him. I think he's really trying to get himself together, and I want to see him do that. Okay? All right. All right, I'm gonna see you on your trial date. You still have another trial date, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye-bye, Mr. Austin. Take care, be safe out here.
I will. Thank you.
All
Bye.
right, okay, bye-bye. All right, let's keep going. I have 2 more trials that are scheduled. Are we ready to proceed?
We are, Judge. I believe so. I did send a note to Mr. Rosenthal on Adams. I don't know if you got it, but they're in the breakout room, and either we can close that break room out and we can take care of
Let's
these
close
matters.
it. That's, yeah, you gave me the other one. All right.
And then
Yeah.
P.O. Hale, did you get my message, sir?
No, is it in a chat?
It is in a chat, but can you join the breakout room we were previously in just for a moment, brief moment? Thank you. Should be 4.
All right, who are we ready on, Mr. Reed?
Judge, we're ready on Mr. Antoine.
All right, Mr. Antoine, if I can get you to unmute for me, please. I have the following matters for you. I have case number SP 124-8464, counts 1 and 2, and U 387-87217. Mr. Antoine, please, these are all scheduled for trial. State your full name for the record.
Antoine.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Fikens, how are we proceeding today?
Judge, I'd like to start with the U 387-87217 ticket. That matter is a ticket where no officer has signed in, as far as I'm aware. It does not appear on the screen. It is a date and time set for trial. We would move to dismiss without prejudice.
Okay, thank you. What are you doing with the other 2 matters?
There's a plea that's been given to us, Judge, and we are taking a plea on those 2 matters. That
all right, let's go ahead.
The plea would be if he pleads guilty to driver's license never acquired, that would be reduced to failure to display, and the no insurance ticket would be dismissed. And I believe that's done with the approval. I know it's done with the approval of the prosecutor, who's just not with us temporarily, or maybe he's back. Oh, he's back.
I'm here.
And the dismissal of the no insurance ticket.
All right, and you understand that dismissals will not take place until all fines and costs have been paid in full, right?
That is correct, Judge. We understand that. Is that right, sir, Mr. Antoine?
Yes, I understand.
Thank you.
All right, very good. And so, sir, let me have you raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you are about to give will be the truth and nothing but the truth? So help you God.
I swear.
All right, thank you. You may place your hand down. Mr. Fikens, you may proceed.
Thank you. And Mr. Antoine, keep your voice up after you put your hand down, okay?
Okay.
Very good. Sir, you understand that you have a right to a trial in both these matters. You understand that? Do you understand, sir?
Understand.
You understand that by pleading guilty on one of the matters, you're giving up that right to a trial on those 2 matters, correct?
Yes,
Are you making this decision freely and voluntarily?
I am.
Has anyone forced you into doing this or promised anything to get you to plead guilty to not having a driver's license?
No, sir.
Sir, on the date and time of the citation, were you operating a motor vehicle in the city of Detroit?
Yes, I was.
And when you were stopped by Officer Kakish and asked for a valid license, you could not do so because you did not have a valid license. Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm satisfied, Your Honor.
All right, I'm satisfied as well. I'm accepting your plea of guilty. I'm amending the charge to failure to display. I'm ready to assess fines and costs.
Yes, Judge. And I'm, just so the record is clear, and I didn't know if the prosecutor was aware of the motion that I made regarding the EWAP ticket to dismiss without prejudice for the officer's failure. I don't know.
Thank you, Attorney Feigens. Yeah, I don't have any objection as long as it's without prejudice. Thank you.
Judge, we stand ready for sentencing then.
All right, wonderful. I'm assessing our costs in the amount of $225. The fine will be $50. How long will it take your client to get that paid, sir?
Like 2 weeks.
All right, so I'm going to adjourn this for payment. I will adjourn it for, I'll have to go to August. We're gonna be in training. So I'm gonna adjourn it to August 1st, 2022, and that will be on my docket at 10:30 a.m. I'm also going to adjourn the dismissals for that same day, and it'll be August 1st, okay?
Thank you, Judge.
All right, very good. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. All right, so Mr. Antoine, as long as you get it paid before August 1st, you don't have to come back. If you don't get it paid, you need to come back to court, okay?
Okay, so I bring it to 36th District Court.
You can pay it here at the court, or you can get online, but you need to get it paid before August 1st, okay?
Oh, okay, I will.
All right, very good. Okay, you are free to leave. Take care, sir.
Okay.
All right, are we ready on Miss Adams?
Thank you, Officer Kakish.
Thank you, Officer.
All right.
Have a great day and good luck to you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I need you to place your name and badge number on the record, though.
I think
Turn on your camera for me.
Yes, ma'am. Officer Kakish, badge number 8546, Precinct Special Operations Unit.
All right, thank you so much. Be safe out there.
Yes, ma'am. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, you too. All right, are we ready on Miss Adams?
We are, Judge. And there is an officer present as well.
We have P.O. Hale here, Your Honor.
All right, I'm gonna have him turn on his camera. I have for Noyana Adams, SP 1248781, counts 1 and 2. Miss Adams, state your full name for me, please.
Noyana Dominique Nicole Adams.
Thank you, and good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning.
All right, officer, place your name and badge number on the record for me.
Police Officer Kyle Hale, badge 868, Detroit Police Department, 8th Precinct.
Thank you, and good morning to you.
Morning.
All right, how are we proceeding?
I would just inquire if there was a different recommendation or another recommendation from the people.
So I saw, so good morning, Your Honor, Matthew Rosenthal for the people, P84807. I did see the chats, and you guys were able to see the insurance, correct?
Yes, correct.
I talked to Officer Hale, and because she does have valid documentation on the vehicle that's being driven, that count, Your Honor, is going to be dismissed. As well as
which count? I'm sorry.
it's going to be SP 1248. Yes, Your Honor, count 2.
Okay. All right.
And then for count 1, Your Honor, I also spoke with P.O. Hale. At the time, the driver didn't have knowledge that the person was driving the vehicle without a license. They weren't on the scene. So because of that knowledge requirement that's needed for the allowing driver no license to be actually charged, we're dismissing that because there was no knowledge, Your Honor.
All right, then I am dismissing both matters without prejudice. Mr. Fikes, your client has no other outstanding matters here at 36th District Court, so she's in great shape. Thank you so much, ma'am. You are free to leave. Thank you, Officer Hale. Be safe, okay?
Thank you, Officer Hale.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you.
All right. You're welcome. All right, I believe that does it for the morning docket with the trials.
I did it.
Mr. Reed, you better clap before somebody come on here with a trial.
No,
All right, we are in great shape. Thank you all so much.
absolutely,
Ms.
Your Honor.
Lurs, everybody for serving this week. I appreciate you all. Listen, on Tuesday, I need Tuesday's docket. I have an issue on Tuesday. Let me go